Philip teamed up.
Oh, let me put the camera on you. There, the camera is now on you live.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, even you get a little bit extra.
So, and we had a big kickoff at their facility last night for the CEP, and what we were doing there with the Men of Pink at the CEP for the Roberts Funeral Home.
Oh, that's true.
Right,
Did you wear pink?
I did, as I am
you can lean
right
back.
now.
You don't have to get so close. The mic will pick you up.
okay.
Okay, you're fine.
Pink
Yeah.
on now too in the other shirt. He's been wearing a lot of pink this month.
Every day I've been wearing pink.
Man.
We're
Hey,
fully
I got a pink
committed.
shirt and a pink tie too, so we're all pink today, Phil.
A manly man can wear pink. Don't worry about it. Yes.
But-
I look at John Wayne wore pink. Daggone it. He was a pink bunny once. He can do it.
A pink bunny.
Oh yeah.
Ian Harvey
you know-
or something? What was that?
Oh, he was
I don't know
on
about that.
Laughing or something. I think he was.
Oh,
Really?
funny.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they also had a kickoff at the tavern for a pub crawl. So I say like 2 kickoffs with 2 events, but this is going to be ongoing.
wait a minute.
It's going
What's
to be
a-
this ongoing thing to raise money for the American Cancer Society, and they have this giant goal to kind of
What's a
kick
pump?
the butt out of
What's a pump crawl?
a pub crawl.
A pub crawl. Oh,
Pub crawl, yes.
Yeah.
It kicked it off at the tavern.
is that like the watermelon crawl?
No.
Only completely different.
I think some people were doing the watermelon crawl after it was over with, but
Yeah, I didn't get down to after the Ivy and see. I was at Avian Square. It was at several bars downtown.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Yeah, we
by
would
you
It's like a Red
Eat,
Robin kind of thing. Where bop, 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 bop.
Yeah, yeah.
say so.
Yeah.
I don't
And,
know
you
what
know,
that is.
Robin,
we
not
sold
Red
tickets
Robin.
at each location, raising money, and it's
For a girl.
for a charity, so it's a good thing. The American Cancer Society is the largest out there. I'm sure you're familiar with it.
Yes. And
Yeah.
there's what was that? Somebody closed the door somewhere. I heard you.
I don't
They're so big, but there's so many cancers. It's not just a cancer. There's,
Right. It's no longer breast cancer. That's what we were saying. The pink ribbon used to just be, I think, for breast cancer.
Yes.
Well,
I
that
identified
was for that thrust.
Right, but now it's no longer just that. It's all the cancers.
Well,
that-
they have
that-
different areas. They've got Making Strides, and then they've got the Real Men Wear Pink, and then there's so many different things that come under that umbrella that they're raising for besides breast cancer.
Well, yeah, you say breast cancer, and everybody thinks of a woman, but a man can get breast cancer. The man that plays Shaq, he had breast cancer. So it's
the
like,
thing
wow.
is, cancer is affecting. I think it's such a high stat. I think it's like eight out of 10 people it's touching, or someone knows that has cancer or has had it, or
Yeah, yeah.
So it's really affecting the majority of people out there.
Unfortunately, but fortunately, we're all aware of it. And somebody's phone's ringing ding in here.
Hello?
Yeah, throw it out the window. Throw it out the window, yeah.
So, Josh,
Yeah, naughty person.
how did I miss the CEP event? I know Philip stopped by, but how did that go for you guys? Did you raise some money there?
the CEP event was absolutely awesome. We raised last night almost $400
Right
towards
on.
our campaign.
Hey, that's $400 more than
so
you had.
I
yeah.
was pickpocketing. Philip was pickpocketing. If you come up to me, you was getting breast cancer, and Men in Pink said something to you. But we had a great response last night. And
No
I can't
shame,
thank
no
everybody
shame.
enough for supporting us at the CEP event.
Yeah, and I tell
And
you,
they put us in second place, so we've got a little ways to go. But we are halfway to our goal of what we're supposed to collect. And the event technically doesn't even start till October 1st. So Phil and I are on the way to making a big thing for this event. And I know Phil has made it his personal goal to go way past our ask, which we're supposed to raise $2,500, but Phil wants us to go down in history and raise the most that's ever been raised. So we're not going to stop, and we're going to keep going for the next month. And events like the CEP last night and that kind of stuff is going to absolutely put us there. And at the end of the day, it's really not about a competition. It's about what can be done with the money that we raise.
Yeah, and how many people we can help, and there's just so many people again that are affected by it. And it's not. It used to be, hey, you had cancer, you were 60, 70, 80 years old. Now it's these kids. Some kids are 3, 4. I mean, so it's
It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate.
Highly prevalent. It's our new everything. I think it's our new plague or whatever. So
Our new play.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
No,
my
it's
whole
very
family
prevalent.
had it. On my dad's side, every single one had it. So on my mom's side, so yeah.
So when Josh says there's a bigger goal, we want to kind of put Ocala on the map, right? As raising the most. This is a campaign that they do here and there or annually or whatever it is they do.
Nationally,
it's a
they
common
have it
thing
nationally.
Well, they have a
model.
national, so why can't we syndicate it from here and say, hey, this is the headquarters of the funding. Josh, what do you think?
I think that's a fabulous idea.
That's fun. So, but what I want to know,
Yeah, that's
I want
fine.
to put this out there. What's the number that gets us to be we've raised
Yeah.
more than
The
everybody
thing
else?
is she told me originally it was 40,000 if you
Yeah.
hit that. But what it is that was for the last campaigns of the Men in Pink. So she doesn't know. She said she let me give her a week and let her research it over the history of they've been doing it. So we're trying to determine that, because if you just look at the last year, that's one thing. But we really wanted, Josh and I wanted to say, hey, how much what's the largest number been raised over the whole time that they've been doing?
Oh, you're kidding me.
So that's what we're trying to determine, and we're actually going to go to my readership and say, hey, maybe you can't send $100, but maybe you can send $5 or $10
Absolutely.
or even $1, because even $1 when you start to talk, when you have numbers, can change people's lives and help.
$1 times 350,000. There's 350,000.
We have 70,000 readers at a minimum, so come on, everybody.
He sounds like me. That's what I say.
Yeah, sure.
Sometimes little things in great numbers can change big things.
What do they say? They say you get a rope, you take it all apart, one strand breaks, but you have all the strands together, you can't break that rope.
Right.
Yeah. So where do
I
they
think
go?
a lot of this goes into it's asking for money for yourself. It, to me, is one of the most uncomfortable things in the world to do.
Yeah.
But asking money for something like this is the easiest thing in the world to do. I have absolutely no problem asking for money for this. And Ocala is still that. We are a very, very entrepreneurial community, but Ocala is still very, very small and very, very family-oriented, and everybody's got everybody's back. And let's face it, we are growing as far as economics goes, and there is no reason why Phil and I can't raise $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 with the economy in Ocala the way that it is. And like you guys said, $1 just goes a long way. I mean, and whenever you know somebody that has been affected by breast cancer, I mean, I can sit here and probably name at least 10. It really hits home at how, I hate to use the word fun, but how awesome this is to be a part of, to know that I helped, contribute something to hopefully one day combat this disease for many generations to come.
Well, there's so many events out there. Hopefully through OM and WOCA, maybe we could make the general public aware, and we could piggyback on events that are already in the planning and say,
exactly,
when you come in the gate and it costs $10, how about another $1 just for?
Right.
A beer costs, you're at the event, beer is $4. Make it $5, and $1 from every beer that we sell goes to.
I'm doing that this weekend at Rawhide. So anyone comes in, we'll have our thing set up there, and if you come in, give us $1, give us $5, give us what you can, and then Rawhide will get credit for that from their patrons. And we're trying to do that at most of our businesses that we have, to see, hey,
but
what can we do?
You got to put a sign up, say, hey, a beer is $5, let's say, or $4, whatever you charge.
Yeah, we'll have a Men of Pink, like presentation there, what we're doing, similar to what's in the magazine this month.
Well, I went to a place, and I bought a beer. I was going to buy a beer, and it said $5. And, I'm not Mr. Cheapo, but $5 for a beer. I looked up, huh? Well, the beer is $4, and the $1 is going to. And then it says,
and you
okay.
felt good about that. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Okay. And then I didn't feel bad. Right. But I was getting uptight. $5 for a bottle of beer is a little rough. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I like when stores ask you to round up to the next dollar to give to a charity.
And then you say, round down to my dollar. Yeah, right. Yeah.
Round down.
Round down. You never hear I'm going to round it down.
Now you sound like my dad. If depending on what me and my dad are doing, he's either rounding up or rounding down.
That's it. Sure.
You do the same thing. Shush.
I was waiting to hear.
That's thing. Did you hear that, Josh, over here? These two.
I did. I think it's hilarious.
Hey, this is better than Laurel and Hardy over here. I'm watching. I get free entertainment. And so do our listeners.
Joseph, if you saw what they did over there at the Roberts Funeral Home last night, so they were the sponsor and they hosted the event for the CEP.
I've seen the pictures. Yes.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Oh, yes.
Well, when we came in, the first thing I saw was this huge coffin there at the entry, and they turned the coffin into a cooler. So and it was a cooler coffin, and then as I went around, they started. Well, okay, we got all of our gifts and door prizes and so on, and we have all that here in the hearse. I said, this is a creative event.
I think we've just flipped this place to a party venue.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Wow.
Well, the joke last night was, and I guess it had made its way on Facebook, that the beer was in the cooler, which is the coldest place on earth. So it was the best beer anybody had ever tasted.
Oh.
I like it. I like it.
That was
everybody was saying it too, though. It was, and then we were basically saying, it's the most expensive cooler also out there.
I said that. I said we killed Yeti Yeti. I said, Yeti thinks they have an expensive cooler? Try a $5,000 casket with full of beer. That's an expensive cooler.
You put the big dollar one out. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
yeah, absolutely. It was this thing.
Of
This thing was
course we did.
mahogany
You know,
wood.
Phil,
and-
what we should have done was we should have put one of our pink
I
buckets
was
there and told
gonna
anybody
say.
that grabbed a beer they had to give us $1.
Yeah.
Now you think of it.
That's what we should have done.
Oh, you should have. I should have brought beers, and we should have worked out a promotion from the beers.
That's right.
You're right on that. And we could have said, hey, the beer's $3, but give us $1, for on top of it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Impromptu pink
Well-
casket beer party coming up.
Listen, just so we're clear, we're a day late and a lot of dollars short.
Right.
Oh my
right.
goodness. Oh my.
Hey,
Yeah.
but it's only September the 20th. We've got a long way to go and a lot of stuff
Exactly.
happening in our small town to make it happen.
I like what you said, though, because we really haven't even kicked it off. It doesn't kick off until October 1.
Yeah.
But,
So,
Right.
but Josh, you said a small town. I'm sorry, no. Ocala is a large small town. It's small, but it's a
There you
lot
go.
of people.
It is.
I like
It's
the
a
way you
small
put that.
I think we've become a small city.
Well, it's
versus-
55.
It is.
55,000 people plus.
Does that make a city versus a town?
well,
I don't know what
but the
numbers
community
are.
is
Yes.
350, in the city and the county. So it's,
Yeah, 55,000. And in the county, it's 350
Right.
plus.
right, plus.
Plus, so Marion County is the size of Rhode Island, as we all
Right,
know.
right.
And if you don't know, now you know again.
I wasn't familiar with the size of Rhode Island, but
Now you know.
Now I know.
Now,
I'm
what do
a
I look like?
mental
Google?
movie.
Yes, exactly. So, Josh, you're with the funeral home there, and I presume
I am, yes, sir.
And you're going to be putting up pink all over the place. Is that what you're doing?
We are putting pink in a lot. I have the buckets and everywhere, and I mean we're really really behind this and pushing this to the T for sure.
And now the Real Men Wear Pink is in there now. He's showing it to the camera.
Yeah.
I hope he's showing it to the camera.
You're trying to.
There it is. There's Philip,
So-
and who's that with you? Oh,
That's Josh right
That's
there.
Josh.
That's,
He's on the
that's
phone.
Flash a handsome smile
We
guy
teamed
on
up
the
on
phone.
this.
Real Men Wear. So all you have to do is pick up a free copy of OM on all the newsstands and different locations, and I'm presuming on your website it has a list of wherever you can pick this up.
Absolutely.
And we have, of course,
yeah.
if you want to stop here at the studios, they brought in a little bunch for us to give away as usual. Usually when you give it within a week, they're all gone.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom,
And if you go to
That's how it is.
ocalamagazine.com/pink, then it takes you over to this. There's a Real Men in Pink website. I think it's realmeninpink.org/Ocala, Florida, but don't quote me on that. So if you definitely, I know, if you go to ocalamagazine.com/pink, then it can take you over there. So you can give, your $1 or your $10,000.
Well, I like that. Our goal is to exceed
I
the
like
national
that.
average.
$10,000 sounds great.
Oh, no. You got this beat. They beat you in the writing. It says we need everyone's help.
Yeah.
There is no amount too small, from $1 to $40,000.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Absolutely.
So there are some people out there with deep pockets.
Absolutely.
That would say, listen, $40,000, that's like $400 for me.
Right.
It's for a cause. And guess what? If you're big enough, you got that kind of money, that's tax deductible.
And I like to
That's
speak
true.
I like to give things away for Philip sometimes. He also likes to give things away on the air.
Yes.
But if someone gives if someone gives 5,000 or more, I would think we would give him an ad in the magazine.
Absolutely.
For free.
If you gave 1,000
donate a
or more,
page.
I would give you an ad in the magazine. Anyone that
What'd you say, 5,000?
Five. I'm going with
even if
five.
you did $1,000,
the page
again,
is worth $2,500, by the way.
yeah, it's at $2,500 a page, $3,000 if you just do a single.
All right,
If
I'll
somebody
throw in a
did-
couple ads on the air too then. I will
Absolutely.
produce it for free. Whoever their business is, I'll produce it for free. As long as it's legit and not
Yeah.
pornography, I'll put it. It's in good taste.
So anybody that would donate $1,000 or more, we would give them free advertising in print on the magazine, on social media, and on the radio
A
at
half page for
WOCA.
1,000 and a full page for 2,500 or more.
2,500.
So then it's like you're buying it, but it's not. We're not keeping the money.
And all right,
Straight to the American
it's all tax
How's that?
deductible.
How's that?
That
There you
sounds
go.
great.
That's good. And just give me a call there after 3 o'clock. I'll even answer the phone.
Limit 10.
I'll even answer the phone. How do you like those apples? Well, poor Tish will answer the phone. She's, what did he do now? Kind of thing. But as long as you get proof that they donated the money, they're fine.
Absolutely.
They could give it to us, and we'll donate. We'll send it in. Like we collect checks, right? I think that's
Yeah,
how,
then we
or
turn it
they can
over
go
to
on
them.
our
We can
website.
collect everything.
Yeah, we can
American
collect
Cancer
everything.
Society has us set up big time. We can collect checks, cash, or credit cards.
And they do it online too.
Yeah, I was
through
about to say,
our-
and credit cards too.
through our page.
You know,
then-
So
Oh, yeah.
can they pledge money and then bring it to you?
I don't know how to. Do I have that
Do
option?
you have that option?
I don't know.
Yeah, they can
Good
pledge it.
question.
If not,
Yeah, they can go directly to the webpage and they can pledge it.
if not, we have to send out Louis to collect.
Louis, I thought it was Vito.
Whatever. It's
Here you go. Hey, boss, I got another one.
And I don't want to give too much away, but we are doing something
will.
really special. It's our 1 year anniversary from the time
Already?
we bought. Yep. October is our first issue that we published, so
Wow.
it's 1 year as of October. So we're having a 1 year celebration of that, and in the same time, it's American Cancer's month of October, so
Yeah.
it's Cancer
American
Month. And we're
awareness.
actually putting them on the cover with the Men of Pink, so the real Men of Pink, which Josh.
Wait a
and I
minute, you're already on the
Give it
inside.
away,
No,
guys.
wait, hold,
Give it
time out. Hey, wait a
This is going to be
minute.
a cover thing that
Oh,
we're
there's
doing.
going to
for
be
next
more
month.
than one person?
Absolutely. There's actually 7 people that me and Josh are associated that are the real Men of Pink. I don't know how many of them are going to make it to the cover, but as many as we
No, they
can.
just have to make it in.
I got to rustle them up. So
Well, that's called Photoshop. Take it over here, put it over here, but they all get put in.
now you're talking Jesse's language.
Yeah, right. There you go.
The other day she was doing something and she took my head and she turned my head into an electric fury. I go, "What are you doing with my head?" She
Anything
goes, "Don't
I
worry,
want."
I'm going to move your head over here and put your body over there.
No, that's Josh's thing. Head there, body there. No, I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's funny.
Thank you.
I don't even think. Yeah, it was your Josh. Do you know how many Joshes are in my life? I get a little confused, but. it's
Oh, you're
okay.
just joshing me about that
Ah.
now. All right. Ocala Magazine is here for you to read, and we're pushing right now. Josh, thank you for coming on the air with us. We're pushing the cancer awareness, and that's just one little segment in this big magazine. We're doing a Ocala Magazine live on the air. It's Ocala Magazine Radio right now for the next
OM Radio.
OM Radio, yes. And it has the who's who and the sparkling, and you just go through it. It's a clean, very well publicized magazine, and professional magazine, I should say.
Well,
They
thank
got
you.
food.
Thank you for that.
Oh,
Award-winning.
I am unfiltered when it comes to stuff like this. So if you want me to lie, it's not going to happen.
No, it's a wonderful magazine.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't.
I mean,
We're
No, it's not wonderful. It's above that. That's no. Wonderful is good. Awesome is another word I don't use anymore. The word I would use would be outstanding. You have
he's
to,
really trying to butter us up.
even
now.
being better than the best, or that's our
We
December
are better
issue.
than the best, right?
You're better than the best, but this you have 1, 2, 3,
Larry,
4.
I keep saying,
Four,
I'm so used
five,
to saying
four.
Larry, Joseph, excuse me.
Joseph, what did I do wrong?
You're in big trouble.
That's all.
What
Just
are
call
you
me Big
counting?
Joe. But there's like 6 pages just on the firefighters in here.
Oh,
absolutely,
This is
yeah.
our September issue,
You know,
and
and
9/11
the whole
is a-
issue is geared around that.
Yeah.
And in October, I'm going to segue a little bit here. October 18th, we got the heroes that we have the breakfast for. Veterans Helping Veterans host it, kind
Oh,
of thing,
great.
and we'll
Oh,
get
that's
you in on the
wonderful.
loop. So if you want to take
love
some
it.
shots,
Absolutely,
you,
yeah.
yeah.
Let us know about that. I wasn't aware of that.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
there's
it's a
so
biggie.
many
This is
great
our
things
second
happening.
year. About 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 counties come in, and we honor the heroes.
That's great.
That's
And then
beautiful.
we have October 10th, we're doing the nurses event, which is like the 13th year
Yes,
that
yes.
OM's been doing that. So
I
we're doing
think
that
it's
at
like the third
Rawhide.
year or fourth year.
And we actually
Well,
have
that's okay.
just to
special
be clear.
things for the nurses. We're going to give them manicures and pedicure vouchers. And then we've got the little miniature carousel horses are going to come.
What's
And
that?
Have you seen those?
What?
They're not even ponies. They're like mini
Little
ponies.
tiny
like
miniature
Oh, you mean
tiny-
alive?
they're
Alive.
Tiny horses.
they're alive.
Okay, okay.
they bring
yeah,
them to
yeah.
hospitals and ALFs, and they just cheer people up, and they just bring
Yeah,
light
keep-
to people.
And so, just to segue this in, we're also doing American Cancer
segue.
Society is going to be there, and we're doing a pink, even though it's a Western theme at Rawhide for the
Yes.
nurses to have a lot of yippee
I
yay
just
fun.
converted the whole event
We're
to be
also
a
making
pink
it
event
pink.
too for the
Well,
So-
pink ribbons are not that expensive to buy, and they go on the horses, on the mane on the horses, on your shoulders.
Let me be
you know.
clear: it's very expensive to put the event on.
Yeah.
Well, put the event
Yeah.
on, yes,
Yeah.
but not the.
It's free for all the
My hands
nurses.
cranking and
It's to
thinking of
thank
writing
them.
a check.
But yeah, we're American Cancer Society. We're pinking it up to bring more
Pinking, I
awareness.
like that, pinking.
Yes, pink. I can make any noun a verb if you want.
None of them are pinking. Okay.
And so we'll raise awareness for that, as well as give back to the nurses like we like to, because they're kind of the unsung.
Just like
Heroes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now-
the nurses are the heroes.
Getting back to the magazine, next month is your year,
Yes.
and I'm presuming you're going to incorporate that into one of your events somewhere to celebrate the 1-year anniversary.
That's quite possible, but you know what happens is
That is it's actually a must.
right after this 1 year that Philip has had the magazine is 40 years that Ocala magazine has been in publication.
In existence.
That's right.
So,
So it's 1 year for us in October. Then right after the first of the year becomes 40 years for the magazine, which is also 2020. So it's our 40-year anniversary of OM or Ocala magazine
Oh, what's
in
wrong with
2020.
that? There's nothing wrong with that.
no, it's just great. So there's a lot going
We
on.
are just so blessed, Joseph, and so happy to have the people. We have so many good people that are contributing for the content to make the magazine what it is today, and the community. You know what we're doing with the Kiwanis, and we've got the Kiwanis Corner in there now. And you know, a lot of people came to me and they said, "Thank you for doing the Kiwanis Corner because I didn't know it's a global. I didn't know they're doing this. They're doing the Key Club for the kids, and I didn't know." So by just putting it in the magazine, we've created awareness.
There are so
it's
many
amazing.
organizations because of the radio station I know of that I didn't know of
Right.
Yeah.
that are
doubt.
truly non-profit.
Making a difference.
In other
affecting
words,
people's
their
lives.
administrative costs don't overbalance the
It's
donation.
not 95 to them and 5 to the charity.
To the cost, and those are the ones I'm backing.
Yeah.
The ones that are the other way around.
Yeah.
How do you spell that?
What's your
Well, I
favorite
think
one?
you say it like
Yeah, right.
The
Yeah.
veterans? Which veterans thing?
Oh,
that you're
Veterans Helping
doing?
Veterans USA. I'm
your favorite
chairman,
one?
so yeah, I'm chairman of that
Hank
one.
Hank is unbelievable.
Yeah, he's
We
the
had him here.
executive director there, and that's a biggie. And we had, as a matter of fact, yesterday we had the administration from the Veterans Clinic here, and then we had someone from online from the headquarters somewhere in Florida, and that was a biggie because they were talking about suicide, and it was 22 a day were killing themselves, veterans.
Really?
Now it's down to 20,
All right.
and we're trying to get
The right direction.
the right. Well, I think we ended up with.
That's
Wow.
the stat?
That's a stat.
22
That's
a day?
A day. Now it's down to 20 a day, and there's
Is
6.
that nationwide?
Yeah. And that's 6. Now we have 6 outlets where they can call in and find help. Besides calling 911,
Right.
we have all these crisis lines that are open
More of
24
a
hours.
precursor before you get to that. You got to call 911.
Right. Well, now with the clinics, they say if you think you're going to do yourself in, and put it blunt, you're going to kill yourself, walk in the clinic. We'll stop what we're doing to take care of you, and that's what they'll do. And that I went. My mouth was like on the floor, going, "Yeah, a life is worth. Everybody's having their normal stuff.
Yeah.
But you want to kill us? No.
Yeah.
And it might take 20 minutes just to calm you down and get you on the right track, and then get you into the system.
They have studies to say that before someone does that and does kill themselves, they will reach out. I think it's 1 or 2 or 3 times before as a call for help. So if people are seeing that, you can
That's what we talked about. The signs.
Yes, the signs.
We had the doctor in here.
My
that was-
sister committed suicide, so we
Sorry.
lived with that through our family, and it's a life-changing experience. And it's something you'll never get over.
No, and saying suicide is a polite way, but if you want to drive it home, someone killed himself.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Someone killed himself. They
There is
took
no-
their life.
there's
They're not
no
here anymore.
sugarcoating it, period.
Well, yeah, and it's that way. Hey, we've got a minute and 20 seconds to wrap this all up. It's amazing.
That got dark.
We went from American Cancer Society to suicide, so it's just, the show's getting very.
But the-
Well, no,
the
that was just
beautiful
one of the
side
many
is,
things.
Is how much everyone does to address these problems, and how much everyone cares about each other, and how much we want to
There you
help.
go.
That's
There you
the
go.
beautiful thing is we
Yeah.
want to stop people from committing suicide, and we want to stop breast cancer or any cancer from existing anymore, and all of this. And we have the power, so we're doing it. So.
You don't.
Sometimes that's with money, and sometimes that's with our hours, and sometimes that's with the pages in our magazine where
Absolutely.
we put a lot of charities in here all the
allows it
time.
to have a voice to call these people up and make people aware and help people. So it's been a blessing from that aspect.
Well, it doesn't take much sometimes. Just a kind word
So
or
Jo-
a connection.
Josh, are you still on the phone?
I am.
Okay, so what will you do if someone gives you $5,000? Will you paint your hair pink or something?
Please.
Put pink in my hair. Okay.
I don't know.
If
You just
someone
ran in.
gives us
I don't know, you can come up with something else.
$5,000,
Hey, how about the guy
I
that
will
came
dye
to
my
the
hair pink.
See, I can't say that. I don't
How
have
about
any
the
hair.
guy
so-
came to the pub crawl and he had a pink beard.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
he was at the event last night, the CEP. You know what I'm talking about, Josh?
We are
Yeah, his name. He goes by Santa
10
Claus.
seconds.
For those of who don't know
What's
him.
his name?
9.
Santa Claus.
Oh, Santa
All right,
Claus.
Josh. Josh will paint his hair pink. and we'll give an ad.
This is AM Ocala Live with OM Magazine. Thank you for listening.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
The United Auto Workers strike against General Motors into day 5 now, but negotiators for GM and the UAW are said to be making progress towards ending the
United States. I still believe there's a lot to be said for a chief executive, but it's actually really hard for a chief executive to have the time.
He spoke on MSNBC. Comedian Kevin Hart back home out of a hospital after a bad car crash earlier this month. And this is USA Radio News.
There's no question you need omega-3s. But which form should you take? Fish oil or krill oil? Scientists have debated this for years. Luckily, there's a new solution to satisfy everyone. It's called Krill Omega 50 Plus. It combines ultra-pure fish oil, WOCA, with just one tiny pill. It's so powerful, it can promote the health of your heart and your arteries. And if that wasn't enough, it can also boost your joint comfort in just days. We're so sure Krill Omega 50 Plus will work for you. We'll even send you a free bottle to put to the test. The debate is over. It's not fish oil or krill oil. It's both. And now it's free. Just pay $4.95 for shipping and claim your free bottle. Call now. 1-800-399-6392. 1-800-399-6392. That's 1-800-399-6392.
It's all thanks to the bad breath fighting power of this TheraBreath Fresh Breath Oral Rinse. But not only are the folks at TheraBreath helping you fight bad breath, they've developed oral rinses to strengthen your gums, help your dry mouth, and protect your smile. So whether it's cavities, gum disease, or just plain old bad breath, Dr. Katz has made a TheraBreath for you. Available at Walmart, Amazon, and at TheraBreath.com or RickandBubba.com under the sponsors button.
Are flying ants swarming around your home? They could be swarming termites.
Knowing the difference between these insects could save you time, money, and worry.
If you're uncertain about which type of insect is invading your home, call the experts, Cook's Pest Control.
Cooks will be happy to come to your home and identify insects or insect damage free of charge with no obligation.
Look, don't wait. You need to call Cook's today and get that free evaluation. Cook's protects our home, and we are very satisfied, and we know that you will be too. Looky, looky, looky. Here comes Cookie.
Cook's Pest Control.
Better sleep can benefit basically anyone. That's why Casper created September, an entire month dedicated to rest and relaxation, from outrageously comfortable award-winning mattresses to pillows, duvets, and other products. Casper is transforming the way we sleep. The Casper mattress is an award-winning balance of comfort and support. 4 layers of premium foam are designed to provide pressure relief for all-night comfort. Zone support is designed to provide extra support to keep your back aligned with bedding frames, and even a dog bed. Casper has everything you need to build the bed of your dreams. And the rest is easy with free shipping and free returns. Get a Casper like I did and try yours for 100 nights risk-free. Go to Casper.com and use the code BUBBA for $100 toward the purchase of select mattresses. That's Casper.com, code BUBBA, and get $100 toward the purchase of select mattresses. Terms and conditions apply. See Casper.com/terms or visit RickandBubba.com for more info.
Ocala Magazine is the city magazine distributed throughout Ocala, Marion County, and the Villages, providing award-winning coverage of important issues for almost 40 years. Hi, I'm Philip Glassman, publisher of Ocala Magazine. Ocala Magazine offers a platform for branding opportunities for your business or events while covering the latest in local lifestyle throughout print, digital, and social media. Listen every Friday at 10 a.m. on WOCA.
Visit Southeastern Trailers today. We have new and used enclosed cargo and open utility trailers, along with built-to-order trailers. We service all brands of cargo and utility trailers, installation of hitches, wiring and electric brake controls, and installation of trailer accessories, with locations in Ocala and Ormond Beach to serve all of Central Florida. Call 1-888-622-1816. Again, that's 1-888-622-1816.
Hey, have you seen it? I'm talking about this week's ad from Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Again, with an unbeatable list of stuff for your yard or garden
that's too good to miss. Bob has citrus trees, lots of them. Many of them are bearing fruit right now, just $59.99, and these are not babies, but nice-sized trees. And listen, there are still a few crepe myrtles, regularly $24.99, selling for the unbelievable closeout price of just $5. And if you hurry, he has double red, double pink, and coral knockout roses, not $30, not $20, but just $10 on super closeout while they last. Everybody wants mums, and Bob has them, regularly $5.99. But you get 6 gorgeous mums for just $29.99. Check us out. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Stories that we have not covered yet on the program, and you mentioned one which will be kind of a Trump update.
I'm very proud of myself.
You can't always get what you want.
Incredible. Really amazing. Don't be stupid.
But if you try something, you might find deal or no deal. You get what you need.
I don't wear it to play. It's my hair.
Vote Trump. Yeah, baby, vote Trump.
Trump.
All right, so Bubba, an update.
Rick, a federal judge in California Thursday granted the Trump campaign's request to block a new law that requires presidential and gubernatorial candidates to release 5 years of tax returns to run in the state's primary election. The law was signed by the governor in July that would have left the sitting president off the ballot in California in March 2020 unless he submits 5 years worth of his tax returns by a November the 26th deadline, according to the LA Times. Under SB 27, Trump would be included on the general election ballot in November 2020, but left off of the primary.
I mean, first of all, would that have even mattered? But I mean, still.
Yeah, it's this is one of those things where they were trying to set a trap, and it was specifically for him. And a federal judge in California, which you don't see a whole lot, said no, we're not going to do that. So
vote Trump. Yeah, baby, vote
another win for the Trump administration.
Is anybody tired of winning it?
Are you tired?
I beat you to it. Anybody tired of it? Are you done?
Yeah, baby, vote
Trump.
So there you go. All right. So also in somewhat of world politics, this Justin, is it Trudeau, isn't that how you say it? Trudeau, just like
Trudeau.
That. Justin Trudeau. By the way, this has been brought up by the team earlier. He's having to come out and apologize for blackface again. Is this how much of his life was spent in blackface, and how much?
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. They're showing a lot of pictures. He's in blackface a lot.
You know, he was out campaigning. I don't know if you saw the clip, but one of the people in the audience asked him how many times he'd actually been in brown or blackface, and could he round it to 5?
That's
I
don't know how many people can say that. You know,
yeah. He said, I don't know. He said, well, can you just round to the nearest 5?
All right, okay. Isn't he a young fellow? What's his name?
Let me give you this.
He's 47.
When he goes blackface, he goes dark.
What I would say is, all right,
he ain't brown face.
Let's ask him this. All right, you are 47. And the 47 years, give me a percentage of those. Give me a percentage of those years that you were in blackface.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you see too?
How many times has this opportunity even presented?
That's a good point.
Have you heard his defense? I mean, the first time it was I was doing this. It was now it's all over the place. He said that he's a victim of his white privilege. Did you follow that?
I don't.
He's like blaming.
No, he's right.
He's blaming himself. He's blaming the incident somehow on white privilege, thinking that that's going to get him some sympathy from some folks, I guess.
He blames, Bubba's right, he blames his privileged upbringing.
For putting blackface on.
Yeah.
For being an idiot?
So,
no,
I will tell you, talk about trying to go.
The old idiot train is full today.
Can I tell you what?
I mean, we ain't got a ticket left.
So I did this because of my white privilege.
Right? Can I tell you? And let me just say this to Justin. Justin, here's what you should have said. If we want to be honest, look, I never knew blackface was that big a deal.
I thought it was funny.
And every time the opportunity presented itself, I was in.
I was the blackface
But
guy.
you know what? Back when I was doing blackface and doing these different characters, I never thought that I was going to run for prime minister.
I never thought it'd blow up on me.
And then even if let's say I knew I was going to run for prime minister, maybe that was a dream of mine. I didn't know that I would run for prime minister and become prime minister right in the time that everybody started talking about blackface again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, that's the truth of the matter. Mm-hmm. There's no regret. There's no sorrow. It's like I really had no idea that I would ever end up in this situation, and doggone it, the timing. I mean, right when I become the prime minister, this becomes a big deal around the world.
And he was voted in by obviously a lot of people, and a lot of people think a lot of him. If you're a supporter of his, how does this change anything? How does it make all the reasons you liked him no longer exist?
Well, this is Canada. I mean, right now,
Greg, Canada.
This is where political correctness rules supreme, Greg. So, Greg, you know what it is? It doesn't matter how much I love a candidate. If they've done anything that's politically incorrect, that supersedes any love.
It wipes out any love.
I must cling to political correctness above all things.
Did he hurt anybody when he was?
It cancels everything. To answer your question,
what would Justin Trudeau say in the international media today if these pictures came out about Donald Trump and a Halloween party that had at Mar-a-Lago or wherever he's at? You
think he would say?
I can't say the name.
Mar-a-Lago. You're almost to the weekend.
Wow.
Don't limp into it.
How do you say it?
Mar-a-Lago. And let's say that President
Trump
apologized. Mar-a-Lago. And let's say President Trump apologized.
It's not that hard to say.
Mar-a-Lago. If he apologized for it, like Trudeau has, and like Don Lemon and everybody says, hey, at least he apologized. If President Trump in the same situation had apologized, they would say there's some things you can't apologize for.
I would say,
they wouldn't back off.
Don Lemon the other night, I mean, it was documented in that story when it broke. He said, well, he did apologize, and then went on to dog Trump about being a racist for something else.
Vote Trump.
So I'll go back with this again to what you all are saying.
You're gonna get me fired up for South Korean dance music.
See, here's where I'm consistent. I'm consistent that I don't think if anybody, unless people meant ill will, because there's certainly been cases of that.
Yes, there have.
If you're going out there and you're saying, I am dressing up as George Washington Carver, okay, because it has come as your favorite historical figure. Now, most people would say, Rick, you're not allowed anymore, but let's say it was during the time.
In 2001.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I said, well, look, I want to make my skin a little darker, and I'm going to put on a nice suit, and I'm going to carry around peanut butter, and I'm going to now be George Washington Carver. That's not anything, detrimental. I'm not making fun. I'm honoring an American who just happened to have a skin color different than mine, so I try to make my costume look more, what's the word? When something's more accurate. Authentic, that's the word I was looking for. And somebody says, well, years later, Rick, people said that's a no-go. Well, I would disagree with that. So I would defend a prime minister from Canada, a Democrat, a Republican, an independent. If I saw what they were doing and they were just putting on a costume that was not disrespectful, just trying to be authentic and more accurate, I would give all of the...
Talking about George Washington Carver?
I don't.
Rick, oh my goodness.
I don't remember. It rings a bell, but...
He's talking about all the inventions he got, and he was stolen by his buddy Skippy and Jeff.
That's right.
And he died penniless and heartbroken trying to play a phonograph record with a peanut.
For some reason, I don't know why. I don't know why. That is very funny, and I do remember that a little bit. But let me tell you what gets me about that, because there's no wider name than Skippy. Let's go back to this. Certain things when you were small or young, you just don't forget. And we've talked about this. And you know what? It's been 100%. Nobody has forgotten who invented the cotton gin. Nobody. Everybody knows Eli Whitney. Everybody. Well, for some reason, George Washington Carver, I mean, it's stuck in my head. I'll always know who did peanut butter.
And a lot of things with peanut.
And a lot of things with peanut. He found a lot of good that comes from the peanut. But it's like one of those things you just don't
like playing a phonograph record.
How about you? Yeah. How about this? You just don't ever forget that. There's certain things that pop in your mind. I don't know why that you just never forget.
And I'll go this far. If it was 2001, the same people that are offended today in 2001 wouldn't have been offended.
No, you're right. Some people are pretending
I'm talking about Don Lemon would not have been offended in 2001.
They're pretending to be offended because they think they're supposed to for a certain agenda.
Yep.
Your final phone calls are coming up, and anything else we may have left out. 866 we be big. Oh, Beth Moen's coming up as well.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
It may not be stomach issues.
For me, it's intense gas, or pain, or diarrhea, sometimes all at once, over and over.
I spent years with the symptoms, but could never figure it out. No matter what I did, they never went away. So I decided to break it down for my doctor and get really specific about my symptoms.
We discovered that exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI, may be the reason for my stomach issues.
EPI is caused by my pancreas. It leads to diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, unexplained weight loss, and oily stools. The symptoms just don't go away.
But EPI can show up with even one symptom.
The good news? EPI is manageable. But to get to the right diagnosis, you have to break it down for your doctor and get specific about the severity of your symptoms. Visit identifyepi.com to learn more and use the symptom checker to help change the conversation with your doctor. Brought to you by AbbVie.
Get to Kohl's and buy more, save more. Take an extra 20% off when you spend $100 or more. Or take 15% off. Plus, take an extra $10 off your $50 men's or women's style event purchase. Plus, get Kohl's Cash this weekend at Kohl's. Select styles. Offers valid through September 22nd. 15 and 20% offers with promo code HOTBUYS. 10 off 50 women's offer with promo code FALLSTYLE10. Men's with promo code MENSSTYLE10. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
I've been around a long time, seeing a lot of gadgets show up that are supposed to make my job easier. Digital screwdrivers, hammer 2.0, the new improved nail, now with more pointiness. You know what really makes my job easier? Grainger. Easy reordering, easy inventory solutions, and easy to do business with every time. Gadgets come and go. You want reliability. You want Grainger. Call, click Grainger.com, or stop by to see for yourself. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This morning you're up early because you're at the DMV. So many people, it takes so much time. Do you have the right form? Are you in the right line? Your number E42, right after C23. This is confusing when your morning is hell. Just go to Taco Bell.
When you've had a morning, let us make you breakfast, like Taco Bell's Breakfast Crunch Wrap. Everything you love about breakfast, wrapped up and grilled to go. At participating locations during breakfast hours.
It's happening. Wherever cupcakes are being frosted, songs are being recorded, and engines are being tuned, ADP is designing a better way to work. With industry-leading HR, talent, time, benefits, and payroll, more companies rely on ADP than any other HR partner. From small business to global enterprise. See how ADP can help you and your people achieve what you're working for at design.adp.com. ADP, always designing for people.
Mike Lindell and the team at MyPillow shared how thankful they are for the way this audience has responded to them as you buy so many products. We also say thanks because together we've helped build this terrific company. Right now, you can get deep discounts on all MyPillow products when you go to MyPillow.com, click on the new Radio Listener Specials. This is the place to find the best deals, and all you have to do is use our promo code of Bubba at checkout. We're all sleeping better using their pillows, sheets, mattress topper, and all their other bed products. And now you can get specials on every single one of them. For example, the body pillow that cradles you all night is normally $89.99, but with the code BUBBA, it's now just $29.99. The Giza Dream Sheets, pillowcases, the mattress topper, the pillows, and more are all on specials too. And remember, all MyPillow products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee and a 10-year warranty. So just go to MyPillow.com, click on the new Radio Listener Specials, and get deep discounts with the code BUBBA. This includes all MyPillow products, including the body pillow for only $29.99. There's also a link at rickandbubba.com under the sponsors. Folks, we love Dollar Shave Club, and when we talk about them, we cannot stress enough the quality of their products. They've spent years developing, crafting, refining everything. They have everything we use to look, feel, and smell our best. And as amazing as their shave stuff is, Dollar Shave Club is way more than just razors. They have you covered from head to toe with everything you need to shower, shave, and style your hair. And Dollar Shave Club can keep you automatically stocked up on the products you use. You get what you want whenever you need it, whether that's once a month or a few times a year. put the quality of Dollar Shave Club's products to the test. Their Ultimate Shave Starter Set has basically everything you need for an amazing shave. The Executive Razor, Shave Butter, Prep Scrub, and Post-Shave Dew. The best part is, you can try it for just $5. After that, the Restock Box ships regular size products at regular prices. Get yours at dollarshaveclub.com/Bubba. dollarshaveclub.com/Bubba. That's dollarshaveclub.com/Bubba, or head to rickandbubba.com under the sponsors for a link. 9 minutes to the top of the hour, the Rick and Bubba Show. 866-WE-BE-BIG is our number. And so we make our way back. Let's say hello to the Golden Ticket seats today. I got a ticket. You've heard from some of them this hour. Hello, Cindy West. Cindy's here with birthday boy, Kevin West. Thanks for the brownie cake today. And also the hogs in a quilt versus pigs in a blanket. Happy birthday, Kev. Also, Danny and Shanda Craig are here today. Hey, guys. And Penny Miller. Rick and Bubba veteran, all in the Golden Ticket seats. They'll take home some BuzzBox coffee today. They'll also take home a Rick and Bubba double CD. And so we thank them for being here. Now, we do have a warning that we put out during college football season, and we must warn everyone, we have identified the college game this weekend that will feature Beth Mowens on the play-by-play, and we have bad news today for two groups of fans.
Yep, Rick, it's the late game on ESPN Saturday night. Beth Mowens will be covering the UCLA at Washington State.
Beth Mowens, yards. You're talking about the Bruins.
Are you sure, Speedy? You were looking at the wrong year earlier.
I know.
Greg, you're talking about the Bruins taking on the Cougars. Mike Leach. He's quite the character. Leach is a character, and Bruins having a tough time this year. Not many yards.
Not many yards.
They'll take on
not many.
They'll take on the Cougars. Mike Leach.
Now, who coaches UCLA?
UCLA, I don't know. Don't know that coach's name, but I'll do my...
Chip Kelly. It'll be Chip Kelly.
You're talking about Chipper.
Yeah.
Chip Kelly.
Who looks like he can't believe he's
Where's
there.
that high-flying offense? It was full of yards.
Just left the building.
Tough time with the Bruins. Bruins is a bear.
Well, you know, Beth, Greg loves college football on Friday nights.
I love Greg.
And tonight we've got Utah at USC.
I don't acknowledge it on Friday night.
Friday night football. Greg, how come you don't like it? You like high school?
That's right.
Your son coaches a high school team, doesn't he, over in Georgia?
That's right.
Right outside of Atlanta. Take on the Hurricanes. Aren't they called the Hurricanes?
That's the Purple Hurricane.
Purple Hurricanes. You're going to go see that, Papa?
They're off this week. I think I'm on.
I like that name though. That you don't have a lot lot of people competing as a Purple Hurricane.
No, you don't.
Now, who we got tonight? Speedy, Utes.
Yeah, FS1. Utah at USC.
The Utes.
I'm Beth Mowens, and I don't know about the Indian mascots. I might not say Utes. I might not say Utes for yards. It's a new campaign. Their offense is on Utes for yards. Somebody needs to get a timeout. Shake it down to Rocky.
It starts early in the morning, though.
Who are the Utes playing?
Trojans. They're at USC.
USC tradition. There's a college tradition at USC, the Coliseum. Beth Mowens, Coliseum, Trojans. Trojans taking on the Utes.
Okay.
Speedy, I thought you told me earlier that they were doing Kentucky, Mississippi.
Oh, that's what Greg's referring to.
2018, it was quite a match.
Yeah. There's actually awfulannouncing.com. That's a great place to go, and it has all the rundown.
Oh, no.
Well, I'm authoritative here. I might be a chick, but I know my football.
Yeah. So we got 11 a.m.
You can't wear a jock, but you know.
Yeah.
11
y'all need a jock? Got a spare.
So good. 11 a.m. Central. Fox. Gus Johnson, one of Greg's favorites.
Oh, no. Gus.
Michigan at Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. You're talking about the Badgers. Badgers will be doing battle. Wisconsin. And that ought to be quite a matchup. We're sending Gus over for that. Gus Johnson.
He'll be real excited.
I love his enthusiasm.
Oh, boy.
Time out. Gus and I. So the Badgers are playing who?
Michigan.
Wolverine.
Harbaugh's in trouble.
Harbaugh's on the hot seat.
He is.
Hey, Helms, Harbaugh, hot seat. Harbaugh on the hot seat. Wolverine fans not happy. Bubba, happy, hot seat Harbaugh.
His record against ranked opponents.
Ranked
not real
opponents.
good. 7-9.
You're talking about getting ranked opponents. You know what they are? 7-9.
What?
Hey, Bubba, 7-9 yards.
At the same time on ESPN, you got Tennessee at Florida.
The Rocky Bottom struggling.
They're going to win this game. Y'all watch.
Who are they playing?
They're at Florida.
Gators. Gators have lost Felipe.
They have.
Yeah, they have.
Felipe's down. He's down. Felipe out. New white kid in.
Big guy.
He's a big guy.
At the same time on ESPN2, it's USM at Alabama.
The Golden Eagles taking on the Tide.
That'll be a good one.
Golden Eagles against Tide.
West schedule just
another
continues
powerhouse coming into Tuscaloosa.
At the same time on
the Tide, you know who coaches the Tide, Greg? That's Nick Saban.
Who is it?
Nick Saban. Nick Saban. I love Coach Saban.
At the same time,
his offense, you see that high-flying offense, a lot of wide receivers. You ought to see his defensive tackler.
Tackler.
What do you think about Jerry Jeudy?
Jerry Jeudy. I tell you, look out there goes Jeudy. Judy's wide open, fast. They got a fleet of receivers. Helmsy at the Tide. Saban rolling up the yards.
They run Jeudy
with Tua Tagovailoa. Tua Tagovailoa. They have two Tagovailolais now.
Yeah, how do you say that plural?
Tagovailoa. Or as I like to say it, Bubba, Tagovailoa Square.
No.
Tagovailoa.
Full of yards.
You got
love the Hawaiians.
Staying with 11 a.m. and we got to hurry here. You got Cal at Ole Miss on ESPNU, and then on
the
SEC
Bears.
Network you got LSU at Vandy.
Who's the Cal Bears playing?
Ole Miss. At
Ole Miss, Rebels or Black Bears or whatever that thing is. Howdy, tidy, gosh almighty. Kick him in the butt, Big Bear. I have a toddy every now and then.
Okay.
Rocky and I are getting ready for our game plan. Who else you want me to talk about tonight?
We got on the CBS game. You got Auburn at Texas A&M.
The Tigers.
That's the 2:30.
Taking on the Aggies. So Gus Malzahn. No longer with Chandler Cox.
Yeah. No longer.
Has to go take on a grown man who goes by Jimbo. Jimbo Fisher. Jimbo Fisher takes those Aggies.
South Alabama.
Hook 'em Aggie.
South Alabama at UAB.
Gig 'em. Hook 'em horns, gig 'em Aggies.
That's it.
Hook 'em gig 'ems. Who else you asking about there, Calvin?
So you got South Alabama and UAB.
The Jaguars.
And Kentucky at Mississippi State.
Jaguars against Blazers. Speedy has to get there early and check out everybody's tailgate extravaganza. He didn't know he had agreed to that. He's going to have to get there a lot earlier, like around 2:30. That's a long time for a kick.
All right, let's get this one in. This is the last one. There's others, but Notre Dame at Georgia.
The Irish taking on the Dogs.
That's their dinner time game.
That's right. Irish got a good team this year. So do the Dogs. Matt Fromm. Fromm's quite a quarterback. Rolls up yards. Are the Irish real this year, Bill Bubba Bourgeois?
I don't know. We'll find out.
The Irish, always a lot of hype around the Irish. We'll find out when they take on the Dogs. For some reason, I've turned into a female very much.
I know.
You drifted. I love college football.
Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
The 2020 field of Democrats running for the White House has contracted again, as New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio has announced he's dropping out of that race.
I've contributed all I can to this primary election, and it's clearly not my time.
De Blasio speaking a short time ago on MSNBC. National polls showed him stuck with just about 1% support. The focus of a whistleblower complaint against President Trump appears to be Ukraine, a relationship House Democrats were already interested in, looking into whether Trump or his attorney Rudy Giuliani tried to manipulate that nation into helping the president's re-election campaign. President Trump's hosting the Aussie Prime Minister at the White House at this hour, the two men about to hold a joint news conference. And this is USA Radio News.
Let's think about customization presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Liberty Mutual customizes your auto insurance so you only pay for what you need. So why aren't more things in life customizable? Why isn't a burger cheaper when you ask for no onions? I don't want them, so shouldn't you deduct the price of the onions? Right? Otherwise, I'm paying for the onions, but I'm not receiving any onions.
Go to libertymutual.com for a customized quote and you could save.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Coverage is underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, equal housing insurer.
To thank you for helping build MyPillow into the big company that it's become, Mike Lindell, the inventor and CEO, has created the new radio listener special. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the new radio listener special, use my promo code USA, and you can get deep discounts on the new body pillow, on regular MyPillow, the travel pillows, the Giza Dreams bed sheets. Lots of savings there. MyPillow.com. Use promo code USA and save on everything on the website.
Good morning. This is Joe Martone again. Kicking in just a quick details here for AM Ocala Live. I'm sitting in for Larry and Robin all this week. And Monday of next week, they'll be back on Tuesday. Don't forget now. All right. We've got something that came across my desk. I figure it's worthwhile just bringing it out to you all. It's the Bahamas Donations Needed. Today, September 20th, from 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Marion Oaks Shopping Center. That's the Marion Oaks Shopping Center, 184 Marion Oaks Boulevard, right here in Ocala. It's going to be in front of the Old San Juan Restaurant. They need donations. No water or clothes, please. We need some easy open canned food. That's good. First aids. Things will be helpful. Can openers, baby formula, baby food, wipes, hand sanitizers. Seeing there's a shortage of water, hand sanitizers work. Batteries, D, C, AA are needed. And don't forget also flashlights. So if any of you can help, toothpaste, toothbrushes, all that can be donated today at the Marion Oaks Shopping Center in front of the Old San Juan Restaurant, right here in Ocala between 2 and 7 p.m. Thank you so much.
WOCA. Hey, have you seen it? I'm talking about this week's ad from Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Again, with an unbeatable list of stuff for your yard or garden that's too good to miss. Bob has citrus trees, lots of them. Many of them are bearing fruit right now, just $59.99, and these are not babies, but nice-sized trees. And listen, there are still a few crepe myrtles, regularly $24.99, selling for the unbelievable closeout price of just $5. And if you hurry, he has double red, double pink, and coral knockout roses, not $30, not $20, but just $10 on super closeout while they last. Everybody wants mums, and Bob has them, regularly $5.99. But you get 6 gorgeous mums for just $29.99. Check us out. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Visit Southeastern Trailers today. We have new and used enclosed cargo and open utility trailers, along with built-to-order trailers. We service all brands of cargo and utility trailers, installation of hitches, wiring and electric brake controls, and installation of trailer accessories, with locations in Ocala and Ormond Beach to serve all of Central Florida. Call 1-888-622-1816. Again, that's 1-888-622-1816.
Hi, this is Will.
And this is Wendy of Dex Imaging in Gainesville and Ocala. You know, we live and work in this community just like you, and we wanted to personally invite you to call us with any questions or concerns about your copiers or printers.
Like, how can I save money on my toner? That stuff's expensive.
In most cases, a complimentary workflow analysis has shown we can save your business 20 to 30% on printing cost.
Have you been kicking around the idea of going paperless? Are you considering a document management solution? Maybe you just want to ask some questions, but don't want to be bombarded by aggressive salespeople.
Give us a call. We'll be happy to answer your questions and show you how you can save money with our award-winning copiers and printers and our amazing service team.
Who, in case you didn't know, will be there in 4 hours or less to service your machine guaranteed, and we have a 97% first-time fix rate. Check us out at deximaging.com or give us a call.
In Ocala, dial 352-433-4090.
That's 433-4090.
Justice League Estate Sales. With great customer service in a time of need, liquidating a home and vehicle is hard enough. Let the Justice League Estate Sales family-owned team help. They have highly trained appraisers available to work with you. The Justice League Estate Sales name was inspired by a boy named Justice and the Autism Awareness Organization. Please visit www.justiceleagueestatesales.com for upcoming sales. And tune in every Tuesday at 11:20 a.m. on WOCA and learn how the team can help you.
This is your source for breaking news and what to make of it all. This is the Mike Gallagher Show.
We're seeing this whole Ukraine phone call thing. It's kind of blown up into something that I don't think anybody really intended for it to be. But of course, there was a so-called whistleblower. That's the new mainstream media term for leaker. Somebody in the intelligence community running to the Washington Post saying, ooh, President Trump said something that I don't think was right. And it had something to do, John Solomon writes about this over at The Hill. 2 years after leaving office, Joe Biden couldn't resist the temptation last year to brag to an audience of foreign policy specialists about the time as vice president, he strong-armed Ukraine into firing its top prosecutor. Now, this is all on tape. This is not something behind closed doors, where Joe Biden described how he threatened the Ukrainian president to fire a prosecutor general named Viktor Shokin. And this sounds a little bit in the weeds, but the reason I want to talk about it is because the mainstream media won't. The reason I'm making you aware of it is so you know how corrupt the media is in the way they pick and choose their stories. Last night, Rudy Giuliani was on with Chris Cuomo. Lord knows why he goes on CNN like that and gets into a shouting match with Chris Cuomo for 28 minutes. But what Rudy Giuliani did was expose this alleged potential scandal involving Joe Biden to the world. And John Solomon's writing about it. This is Biden's Ukrainian nightmare, that a closed probe is now being revived and being talked about. Here's Joe Biden himself last year bragging about. Listen to this.
I went over, I guess, the 12th, 13th time to Kyiv, and I was supposed to announce that there was another $1 billion loan guarantee. And I had gotten a commitment from Poroshenko and from Yatsenyuk that they would take action against the state prosecutor, and they didn't. So they said they were walking out to press conference. I said, we're not going to give you the $1 billion. They said, you have no authority. You're not the president. The president said. I said, call him. I said, I'm telling you, you're not getting the $1 billion. I said, you're not getting the $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a bitch. Got fired.
Yeah, he got fired, all right. Now, you know what Biden left out of that event last year at this council on... where was he at? He was at the Council on Foreign Relations. You know what he left out? The prosecutor that he got fired was leading a wide-ranging corruption probe into the natural gas firm Burisma Holdings that had Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's younger son, as a board member. John Solomon reports that U.S. banking records show that Hunter Biden's American-based firm, Rosemont Seneca Partners, LLC, received regular transfers into one of its accounts, usually more than $166,000 a month from Burisma from spring of 2014 through the fall of 2015, during a period of time when his dad, the vice president, was the main U.S. official dealing with Ukraine. Now, come on, is that not a big deal? Oh, no. Nothing to see here, says the mainstream media. Not one thing. It's unreal. I mean, and of course, although Biden made no mention of his son, U.S. and Ukrainian authorities have both told John Solomon, who does stellar work, incidentally. I mean, this guy is Pulitzer Prize worthy, if anybody, and of course the mainstream media denigrates him too. They hate him because he's so tenacious. Ukrainian and U.S. authorities have told Solomon that Biden and his office clearly had to know about the general prosecutor's probe of Burisma and his son's role. Because Hunter Biden's appointment on the board was widely reported in the American media, the U.S. Embassy in Kiev that coordinated Biden's work in the country repeatedly and publicly discussed the general prosecutor's case against Burisma. Great Britain took very public action against Burisma while Joe Biden was working with that government on Ukraine issues. I mean, this is a big story. But it won't be treated like a big story because that's what they do in the mainstream media. They are corrupt. They are liars. They are activists and advocates who are engaged in trying to defeat conservatism and stop President Trump. Now, the president, speaking of him, is in the White House with the Australian Prime Minister right now in the Oval Office.
Breaking now on the Mike Gallagher Show.
Moments ago, as the president addressed reporters in the Oval, he had some reaction to all of this, the Ukraine piece, the whistleblower, and all of it. Let's listen. Let's take you to the White House for President Trump's remarks.
Whistleblower, whether it's a partisan whistleblower. I shouldn't even have information. I've had conversations with many leaders that are always appropriate. I think Scott can tell you that. Always appropriate, at the highest level, always appropriate. And anything I do, I fight for this country. I fight so strongly for this country. It's just another political hack job. That's all it is.
On that point, did you discuss Joe Biden, his son, or his family with the leader?
It doesn't matter what I discuss, but I will say this. Somebody ought to look into Joe Biden's statement because it was disgraceful, where he talked about billions of dollars that he's not giving to a certain country unless a certain prosecutor is taken off the case. So somebody ought to look into that, and you wouldn't because he's a Democrat. And the fake news doesn't look into things like that. It's a disgrace. But I had a great conversation with numerous people. I don't even know exactly who you're talking about, but I had a great conversation with numerous people, numerous leaders. And I always look for the conversation that's going to help the United States the most. That's very important.
Do you know the identity of the whistleblower? Do you know the identity?
I don't know the identity of the whistleblower. I just hear it's a partisan person, meaning it comes out from another party. But I don't have any idea. But I can say that it was a totally appropriate conversation. It was actually a beautiful conversation. And this is no different than, the press has had a very bad week with Justice Kavanaugh and all of those ridiculous charges and all of the mistakes made at the New York Times and other places. You've had a very bad week, and this will be better than all of them. This is another one. So keep playing it up because you're going to look really bad when it falls. I guess I'm about 22-0, and I'll keep it that way.
Did you mention Joe Biden during the conversation?
I don't want to talk about any conversation other than to say, great conversation, totally appropriate conversation, couldn't have been better, and keep asking questions and build it up as big as possible so you can have a bigger downfall.
Mr. President, will you be asking Australia to do more when it comes to China?
Say what?
Were you asking Australia to do more when it comes to China?
Well, we're talking about China all the time.
All right, that's the good part. I had to play the good part for you just moments ago. The president, where's the tweet? Oh, here. Well, I got to find the tweet that the president sent about Bill de Blasio. Can you send that back to the printer for me so I can read it? Because it's classic Trump. How do you not love this guy? How can you hear him take it right to the media and not love what he represents? And he had one of the funniest reactions to Bill de Blasio. Here's the announcement, which makes me wonder. Cut number 9 from NBC and Grabian. This reminds me literally of the old, if a tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, doesn't make a sound. I'm not sure that Bill de Blasio the really failed mayor of New York and certainly failed presidential candidate's announcement that he's withdrawing from the race has made a noise.
I've contributed all I can to this primary election, and it's clearly not my time, so I'm going to end my presidential campaign, continue my work as mayor of New York City, and I'm going to keep speaking up for working people and for a Democratic Party that stands for working people. And I'll just say this. I talked to a lot of folks, including a lot of labor union members, who really don't feel the Democratic Party has their back right now, and that's a lot of the story of 2016, I think. Democrats not being clear, strong for working people. A lot of working people stayed home. Some of them even drifted away.
Here's President Trump's reaction to the announcement. It was in a tweet, naturally. The president tweeted, "Oh no, really big political news. Perhaps the biggest story in years. Part-time mayor of New York City, Bill de Blasio, who was polling at a solid 0, but had tremendous room for growth, has shockingly dropped out of the presidential race. New York City is devastated. He's coming home." How do you not love this guy? If you don't, you got something wrong with you. You may not agree with his policies, but if you don't love his sense of humor and his fighting spirit, you might be suffering from Trump derangement syndrome. There's a cure for that. Get thee to a pastor. Go to a doctor. See somebody, because there's medication or something that can help you. We're in the ReliefFactor.com studios. Our number is 800-655-MIKE. Call, text. The MyPillow text line is open for you, 1-800-655-MIKE. We're live streaming the show. In a few minutes, we're going to get serious on this climate change strike day. It's hard to beat serious, actually, on climate change strike day, where supposedly millions of people are marching around demanding, I don't know what they're demanding. We got to stop climate change. We got to, I don't know what we got to do here. We've got to do something that we're not doing. I don't know what but we will get serious because anti-Semitism is quite serious and it's on the rise, and there's a terrific voice in America, former New York State Assemblyman Dov Hikind, who's going to join us to talk a little bit about this real threat that the Jews are facing in America and around the country. Welcome in to the Mike Gallagher Show.
Loving the free and be the spirit of hugging a tree when you get near it, or digging the snow and the rain and the bright sunshine.
If you're living in pain, I want to give you some hope. I want you to try something that you may not have considered before. Ibuprofen has a lot of negative side effects. Prescription drugs, it can be a nightmare. Listen to this email I got from St. Petersburg a week or so ago. Dear Mike, I'm a retired Marine. I wanted to thank you for the encouragement to try Relief Factor. I am 70% disabled and used to eat ibuprofen 600 milligrams like Skittles. 8 months ago, I tried Relief Factor. I'm hooked. I have many areas of my body that require meds for pain. Currently, I take no pain medication, only Relief Factor. I believe in this product. Thank you. Well, thank you, Michael, for your terrific note and the encouragement to everybody. Try it for 3 weeks. It's natural, made from wild-caught fish oil and botanicals. Back pain, neck pain, hip pain. If you're living in pain, give Relief Factor a try. 3 weeks, $19.95. If after 3 weeks it isn't working for you, notify Relief Factor. You're only out $20. What do you have to lose except pain? ReliefFactor.com. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 800-500-8384, 800-500-8384 for Relief Factor.
Hey everyone, Ken here. For 2 years now, you've heard Carrie and I use metaphors to test to see if you think your home or your business could use a revenue shot in the backside. Today, because of our new website, I can be a little bit more direct. Income Store has 2 doors. If you have more time than money, you're going to live under door number 1. You're going to see over 400 digital assets, 5 to 20 minutes apiece, that'll teach you how to manage numbers and lead people, or show you 6 growth tips you've never heard of. All of this so you can start growing your home or your business revenue literally immediately. If you have more money than time, door number 2 is going to be for you. You can view some of our managed services, look for more done-for-you packages. 34% of Americans in 2018 visited one of our managed services. Forbes 3 years in a row quoted, Income Store is an expert at generating home or business revenue. If you'd love to explore how to check out adding revenue to your home or business, just go to incomestore.com. That's incomestore.com.
We all have those home projects we'd like to get to, but there's always something that manages to get in the way. For a lot of people, they worry about overpaying for their home projects. And how can you be sure you're getting a fair price? That's where Home Advisor can help. Home Advisor's True Cost Guide shows what others paid for similar projects, so you know you're getting a fair price. Home Advisor can even help you find the right pro for your job. Whether it's that leaky faucet or a major remodel, just tell them what you need and they'll match you with top-rated pros who can do the job and are available to do the work. You can read customer reviews, request quotes, book appointments, and it's free to use. Home Advisor makes it easy, so don't wait. Get those projects done so you can relax this summer. To find the right pro at a fair price, just ask Home Advisor. Go to homeadvisor.com. That's homeadvisor.com or download the free app today. homeadvisor.com.
WOCA.
It's time for some fun. The Southern Women's Show, September 26th through 29th at the Orange County Convention Center. Shop 400 boutiques offering chic fashions, inspired beauty tips, gourmet treats, free health screenings, and so much more. Check southernwomenshow.com. It's time for some fun. The Southern Women's Show, September 26th through 29th at the Orange County Convention Center. New this year, the ultimate selfie experience. Your ticket to food, fashion, and fun is at southernwomenshow.com.
PPIR is a networking group formed to serve the realtor and small business community. It primarily serves the real estate and construction industry, but is open to all businesses that provide any service or product to the real estate business community. PPIR has no membership dues or fees for attendees. The watchwords are keep it simple and maximize networking time. PPIR chapters meet 3 times monthly at different locations after normal business hours. For information on this, call 352-615-9412 or go to events at ppirevents.com. PPIR, professional people in real estate.
I'm Jennifer McCullough, the Executive Director of Palm Garden. We all are aware of the devastating facts about Alzheimer's disease. Research is supported by public and private funds, but awareness relies on us. Each year, Palm Garden residents and staff participate in fundraisers and the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Please join us on September 21st for the annual Alzheimer's Walk at Tuscaloosa Park to bring public awareness for those in need. We must remember for those who can't.
Visit Southeastern Trailers today. We have new and used enclosed cargo and open utility trailers, along with built-to-order trailers. We service all brands of cargo and utility trailers, installation of hitches, wiring and electric brake controls, and installation of trailer accessories, with locations in Ocala and Ormond Beach to serve all of Central Florida. Call 1-888-622-1816. Again, that's 1-888-622-1816.
Freddy's Specialty Sundays, classic American treats, made with freshly churned, rich and creamy frozen custard. Welcome to Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers, the taste that brings you back.
So now that you have your heart set on Freddy's, all you need to know is how to get there. That part is easy. Just go down Highway 200 in Ocala east of I-75. Then look for the giant frozen custard cone on the wall.
All about love land.
Mike Gallagher.
The reason that the Biden story won't be covered on the mainstream media is because it is another story about the Democrats being infiltrated in with the Russians. So they have to keep us distracted with President Trump so that we won't blow them wide open and show how infiltrated they are and how corrupt they are.
I believe this is what panic and desperation looks like. I really do. And David here is on the line to talk about the way NPR is spinning the Hunter Biden story. How you doing, David?
Hi, Mike. I'm doing great.
Good.
And that clip you played just now is exactly what I'm calling about because, hey, I listen to both sides, mostly you, but I listen to both sides.
Thanks.
And I was listening to No Palestinian Refused, NPR this morning, and just about hit a wall because of the spin that they're putting on this very story. They are trying to make it Trump's fault that Biden and his son screw the Ukrainians out of billions of dollars, line their pockets, and collude with the enemy.
David, listen to this tweet from John Cardillo over on Twitter. He's a big flamethrower on Twitter, verified check mark. Listen to what he said. Biden's son slept with his brother's widow, had crack paraphernalia in his car, was booted out of the Navy for doing blow, and is under investigation in Ukraine. But sure, let's make this about Trump.
Exactly. It was, but if you'd have heard the spin, it was just incredible. And they even talked about the tape, but didn't play it, of Biden, making the deal with the Ukrainians.
Yeah, and bragging about it.
And they're saying that this is what Trump was talking about in this secret call that he made.
Everything is about, it has to be Trump's fault, David, and Americans are seeing this. I gotta pray, I gotta believe, I have to have faith that Americans' eyes are being just forced open. We're going to talk about anti-Semitism, very important situation happening in America and beyond, next with Dov Hikind, our guest. Stay with us. It's time for you to do what I did and take the balance of nature difference. There's a big difference. If you're not eating your fruits and veggies, the daily recommended dose, that's not a big shock. Most of us don't. I don't like the taste of vegetables, but I sure love taking balance of nature each and every day. It's not like ordinary vitamins made with synthetics. This is natural food in a vegetarian capsule. Tens of thousands of vital nutrients from 100% whole food plants, fruits, and veggies. A daily dose of Balance of Nature capsules contains 10 servings of 31 different fruits and vegetables. Listen, try it right now because there's a limited time offer that is ending today. 25% off your first preferred purchase, plus a set of convenient travel bottles with a free additional week's supply of Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies. You'll still get free shipping on every order. Call 800-246-8751, 800-246-8751, or just go to balanceofnature.com. Be sure to use the promo code Mike G.
Mike Gallagher.
Ike was such a sweet, lovable animal, and people would want to pet him, and they'd come up, and they'd get close to him, and it would be this instant, oh! My dad didn't want to touch him. It's like, ooh, get the stinky dog away from me.
Even after we'd give her a bath, she would still stink.
Very stinky, both bad breath and bad gas. I asked the vet, and he said some dogs are just stinky.
Does your dog itch, scratch, stink, or shed like crazy? Come to Dinovite for help.
DINOVITE.com. The omega-3 fatty acids. Flaxseed, zinc, alfalfa, the digestive enzymes that are cooked out of regular dog food.
The ingredients convinced me that it was definitely worth trying. After about a week, he started smelling normal. My husband and I were really kind of astonished.
Dinovite is nutrition.
859-428-1000.
DINOVITE.
USA Radio News with Chris Barnes.
The 2020 field of Democrats running for the White House has contracted again, as New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio has announced he's dropping out of that race.
I've contributed all I can to this primary election, and it's clearly not my time.
De Blasio speaking a short time ago on MSNBC. National polls showed him stuck with just about 1% support. The focus of a whistleblower complaint against President Trump appears to be Ukraine, a relationship House Democrats were already interested in, looking into whether Trump or his attorney Rudy Giuliani tried to manipulate that nation into helping the president's re-election campaign. President Trump's hosting the Aussie Prime Minister at the White House at this hour, the two men about to hold a joint news conference. And this is USA Radio News.
Hi, I'm Wayne Allen Root. It's time to get in on the 21st century gold rush. I've been a buyer and collector of gold and precious metals for over 20 years, and the reasons to own it are stronger now than ever before in history. The central banks of the world are on a record buying spree. Shouldn't you be too? Do you think maybe they know something you don't? Prices are up $200 per ounce in just the last 60 days. In the last gold bull market, it took 4 years for gold prices to rise $200 per ounce. This is the beginning of an explosive new 21st century gold rush. Analysts see gold prices rising to between $2,000 and $10,000 per ounce. But who you buy it from may be even more important. Swiss America has been America's most trusted name in gold and silver for over 35 years. Swiss America has bought and sold billions of dollars of precious metals for tens of thousands of clients. You need to know how to capitalize and profit on this next big move. Call Swiss America today and receive a free special report just for my listeners. Call 800-BUY-COIN. That's 800-BUY-COIN or 800-289-2646 or visit online at SwissAmerica.com.
Buying and selling? Then you know about OcalaForSale.com, Marion County's internet marketplace. But there's something you might not know. I'm Michael Warren, president of USA for Sale. We created Ocala for Sale in 1998 with a passion to connect buyers and sellers and to help local businesses reach shoppers online. On Ocala for Sale, you're just a click away from thousands of deals for real estate, rentals, cars, furniture, appliances, horses, pets, and more. Looking for a job? Our Help Wanted section is booming. Shopping the villages and beyond? Now you'll find great deals on Villages for Sale, as well as our new statewide classified, Florida for Sale. Log on today and post your free classified. You'll reach thousands of shoppers who check our listings every day. Are you a business looking to get a corner on the internet marketplace? USA for Sale can help you reach your target audience in Ocala, the Villages, and statewide. There's no better place to reach shoppers than right where they shop. Let us show you how. Learn more by calling 352-629-1663 or visit us online at usaforsale.com.
It's time for some fun! The Southern Women's Show, September 26th through 29th at the Orange County Convention Center. Shop 400 boutiques offering chic fashions, inspired beauty tips, gourmet treats, free health screenings, and so much more. Check southernwomenshow.com. It's time for some fun! The Southern Women's Show, September 26th through 29th at the Orange County Convention Center. New this year, the ultimate selfie experience. Your ticket to food, fashion, and fun is at southernwomenshow.com.
PPIR is a networking group formed to serve the realtor and small business community. It primarily serves the real estate and construction industry, but is open to all businesses that provide any service or product to the real estate business community. PPIR has no membership dues or fees for attendees. The watchwords are keep it simple and maximize networking time. PPIR chapters meet 3 times monthly at different locations after normal business hours. For information on this, call 352-615-9412 or go to events at PPIRevents.com. PPIR, professional people in real estate.
These are among the lowest in the nation by excusing them from classes today to help save the planet by yelling at the people who are paying their way.
Baying at the moon! That's what you do on Climate Change Strike Day, I guess. And I guess the protests are going on all over the world. I don't know. There ought to be protests all over the world about anti-Semitism, the rise of anti-Semitism. I want to bring in Dov Hikind into this conversation. He's a former New York State Assemblyman. He served the 48th Assembly District for more than 2 decades. He's the founder of a group called Americans Against Anti-Semitism. He joins us on our guest line. He is the son of Holocaust survivors, so of course has a very, very personal perspective on this. Dov, it's been a long time. Welcome back to the Mike Gallagher Show. How are you?
Thank you, Mike. Delighted to be with you.
Well, thank you, because this is so crucial. If you don't mind, I'd like to play this report and have you listen along with our audience.
Sure.
This is from CBS New York, a package about a story about a Jewish man walking down the streets of Brooklyn and viciously attacked. Here's the report from WCBS in Grabian.
Well, Chris, Mary, police say it was around 10 o'clock last night when that 24-year-old Hasidic Jewish man was walking along Warsaw Place near Flushing Avenue, and that's when, out of nowhere, he says this group of men came and assaulted him. Now, you can see here in this surveillance video that there are 4 men who surround him, and then they punch him in the face as well as in the arm. And the victim told police that they yelled at him, "Give me everything you've got." So he threw his cell phone on the ground, and detectives say one of the suspects picked picked up that phone and all 4 of those men ran off. Now, the victim was treated here at the scene for minor injuries, and police say that there was no previous interaction between these men. And so authorities say it's not being investigated as a hate crime because no anti-Semitic slurs were made. Instead, police are calling this a random robbery, and police are still searching for those 4 men involved. The investigation here continues. We are live in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn. Natalie Duddridge, CBS 2 News.
Dove, there have been way too many of these incidents, and frankly, it's disturbing that they say, well, it's not going to be classified as a hate crime. Has that been a problem that you've been recognizing, that there's been a failure to acknowledge what seems to be these horrible, vicious, violent attacks against Jewish people?
Yeah, listen, it wasn't a love crime, that's for sure. The fact is that incidents of anti-Semitism are out of control. Here in New York, with an incredibly large Jewish population, unprecedented, numbers like we've never seen before. In the 36 years that I served the New York State Assembly and being active prior to that in the Jewish community, I have never seen anything like this. Jews being attacked in the streets for no other reason than the fact that they are Jews. And the fact that they're identifiably Jewish. We're talking about people who may have a beard and dress a certain way, and it's just, it doesn't stop. Every time you turn around, there's another incident. And there's no question. I mean, as far as the administration is concerned here in New York, look, the last thing they want to do is classify something as bias. But it is so clear, it is so obvious what is going on here on such a regular basis. And unfortunately, you don't have, the level of reaction that you would have, Mike, if, just to give you an example, can you imagine black people from the African American community being attacked by someone from the Hasidic community? If there was one incident, 2 incidents, if there were incidents against people who were transgender or gay, people would react. There would be yelling and screaming from every single politician, demanding action, demanding, what is this all about? Where is it coming from? How do we deal with it? When it comes to Jews, there's another standard. It's so clear.
And
so obvious.
And Dove, I would argue that standard, that double standard or that different standard, is inherently anti-Semitic in and of itself. I mean...
Mike, there's something terribly wrong.
Yeah.
There's something terribly wrong out there when there is such an incredible double standard. In particular, look, I'm a Democrat, and the Democratic Party has left me. I haven't left them. But the fact is that, if our president says something or thinks something or insinuates something, or anyone in his administration, you have everyone on the Democratic side, the liberals, progressives, coming down, attacking all the, MSNBC, CNN, the networks. That standard does not exist when it comes to the Jewish community. I mean, look at the way Omar, Tlaib, AOC have been treated. They indulge in the most vile kind of anti-Semitism, talking about the Benjamins, talking about due loyalty, supporting BDS, which, there's little I agree with Nancy Pelosi, but Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the Congress, said to support BDS is to be anti-Semitic. That's what she said.
Well, I mean, she's right, and she's right. I mean,
she is right.
It's
so how are these people being treated?
No, like heroes, like they're stars.
Yeah, they get on the covers of magazines.
I know. They're the rock stars of today's Democrat Party. And you're right. I mean, I've followed your career for many years. First up in upstate New York and Albany, and then when I moved down to New York City, you've always been one of those Democrats with whom I found lots of common ground. Those days seem to be gone. Dove, and we could get into a whole different day about today's Democrat Party, but it is unrecognizable, I dare say, from the party that you belong to, your adult life. But let me go back to this for just a moment, because there's another third rail issue to this, and this is the elephant in the room that nobody wants to address. And I know that racial profiling is frowned upon, and people get very upset about it, and especially here in New York. Stop and frisk is said to have racial overtones. But the fact of the matter is, there is a pattern to those who are attacking innocent Jews in the streets of Brooklyn and New York City. And I see over and over again these video surveillance, and you only see it on the video surveillance because they're never described in the news media, but these are typically African-American men who are attacking Jews. Am I wrong about my assessment?
You are absolutely on target. There's no question about that. I mean, you see it. It's clear.
With your own eyes.
Precisely. Look, how are we going to solve a problem if we don't want to recognize what the problem is?
Right.
You know, politicians here in New York, when it comes to anti-Semitism, they're very courageous, Mike. They condemn it. That takes a lot of courage, right? I mean, they condemn it and do nothing else.
And they don't do anything about it. They sit around and they put out a resolution. But see, here's my question, and you're right. We have to identify a problem. If we have instance after instance of young black men attacking Orthodox Jews in the streets of New York, what do you believe? And you're a smart guy. What has happened here? Is there a radicalization of young black Americans or young black New Yorkers that has happened? What do you think is linking these attacks? Or
there's this whole, being PC, politically correct. I spoke to the mayor a while ago about this. If you remember, a while ago, the mayor got up and talked about that all the anti-Semitic stuff was, that the right wing was responsible. And I said to him, what in God's name are you talking about? Haven't you watched the videos?
Yeah.
Can't you see who those people? You can't blame President Trump for everything, for God's sake.
I
give me a break.
I find it highly unlikely that young African-American men are taking their marching orders from the Republican president of the United States.
Well, maybe de Blasio knows something that we don't know. But you're absolutely correct. And later on he changed it, and he changed it a little. But the bottom line is that where is this hate coming from?
Right.
Why do they hate me?
Right.
Why when my grandparents, my mother and her mother and family in 1944, living in Czechoslovakia, rounded up by the Nazis one beautiful day in a beautiful community, put on cattle cars, sent to Auschwitz. I never had grandparents, Mike.
Yeah.
Not because they died of old age or of disease, because they were murdered. 2 million children were murdered because of hate towards the Jewish people. So my point is, if you don't address a problem, if you deal with a problem, when people say to me, Mike, and I get these emails and I get these comments, Jews who ask me, is this like Nazi Germany? The very fact that people can even raise that issue tells you, what a problem we have.
Right. And it's not just a New York problem. In fact, even as we're speaking, I've got a caller on hold from Illinois, David, who says, I'm an Orthodox Jew, and I was viciously and randomly attacked in a hate crime. It's happening, Dove Heiken, it's happening all over America.
Right. And not being addressed in particular by the Democratic Party, by the leadership of the Democratic Party, and it all is related to politics. Right. And boy, how dangerous is that when we play politics with racism or anti-Semitism? We are moving into very dangerous territory when you have two standards.
Right.
One kind of hate we condemn, the other one, we look away, we close our eyes, we pretend, and so on.
If this isn't a nonpartisan, certainly bipartisan issue, I don't know what is. And I'm grateful for your voice. I'm so excited to be taking a group of over 600 listeners back to the Holy Land. My friend and colleague Dennis Prager and I taking another trip to Israel this December because we unite with Israel, we stand with Israel, we stand with you, Dove Heiken, we stand with those who are viciously victimized by people who are hateful, and I don't get it, and we better be aware of it. We got to dive in, and we've got to explore this.
Mike, looking at Israel, just as an example, I just got back from Jerusalem yesterday.
Wow.
You look at this little country that you can hardly find on the map,
right?
And you have this BDS movement to boycott, divest, and sanction.
200
countries in the world, Mike. Only one BDS movement directed against the Jewish people. What do you call that?
Anti-Semitism.
One country, 200 nations, only one country, BDS, surrounded by enemies in the north, the south, Hezbollah, Hamas, Iran threatening the survival of Israel and other enemies. But all these people and some of these members of Congress, all they're concerned about is penalizing and hurting the one democracy. You know, they just had an election in Israel. What an incredible democracy, regardless of where you stand on the political, whether you're right, left, center. You want to talk about democracy?
Yeah,
Look what goes on in the state of Israel.
Absolutely. That's why I thank you so much, Dov, for joining us on the Mike Gallagher Show.
Thank you for having me, Mike.
We need your voice. Keep fighting the good fight, and I'm so grateful that you could take the time. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you joining us. All the best. And he's right about Israel. And listen, we're about to cut off the registration period. If you would like to help us stand with Israel, along with hundreds of like-minded Americans, we're going to be there December 2nd through the 11th. Time is running out to reserve your spot, so feel free to go to MikeOnline.com, click on the Stand With Israel Tour banner. Dennis and I will be taking, right now it's over 600 people, but don't let that scare you off, because as I was explaining to some friends the other night in Mobile, Alabama, they break down the group into about 35, 40 people per bus, and then a couple of times we all get together, like on the Sea of Galilee, or we'll all gather together in some of the public areas and we'll meet and greet. We're going to go to the Garden Tomb. We're going to go to Gethsemane, the Via Dolorosa. We're going to go all up and down the Holy Land, the north, the south, Jerusalem, the Old City. We'll see where the spot where it is believed that Christ was crucified, Golgotha. It is a life-changing trip, and I don't want you to miss out. If you've been thinking about it, why don't you make today the day you take a look at the whole at the website. Gives you all the information. Just go to MikeOnline.com and click on the Stand With Israel banner. MikeOnline.com, click on the Israel banner. You'll see there on the home site, or call 855-565-5519. 855-565-5519, and come join us. The third Stand With Israel tour, December 2nd through the 11th. I don't want you to miss out.
No time left for you. On my way to better things, I found myself some way. No time left for you. Distant roads are calling me.
WOCA.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Will.
And this is Wendy of Dex Imaging in Gainesville and Ocala. You know, we live and work in this community just like you, and we wanted to personally invite you to call us with any questions or concerns about your copiers or printers.
Like, how can I save money on my toner? That stuff's expensive.
In most cases, a complimentary workflow analysis has shown we can save your business 20 to 30% on printing cost.
Have you been kicking around the idea of going paperless? Are you considering a document management solution? Maybe you just want to ask some questions, but don't want to be bombarded by aggressive salespeople.
Give us a call. We'll be happy to answer your questions and show you how you can save money with our award-winning copiers and printers and our amazing service team.
Who, in case you didn't know, will be there in 4 hours or less to service your machine, guaranteed, and we have a 97% first-time fix rate. Check us out at deximaging.com or give us a call.
In Ocala, dial 352-433-4090. That's 433-4090.
Buying and selling? Then you know about OcalaForSale.com, Marion County's internet marketplace. But there's something you might not know. I'm Michael Warren, president of USA for Sale. We created Ocala for Sale in 1998 with a passion to connect buyers and sellers and to help local businesses reach shoppers online. On Ocala for Sale, you're just a click away from thousands of deals for real estate, rentals, cars, furniture, appliances, horses, pets, and more. Looking for a job? Our Help Wanted section is booming. Shopping the villages and beyond? Now you'll find great deals on villages for sale, as well as our new statewide classified, Florida for Sale. Log on today and post your free classified. You'll reach thousands of shoppers who check our listings every day. Are you a business looking to get a corner on the internet marketplace? USA for Sale can help you reach your target audience in Ocala, the villages, and statewide. There's no better place to reach shoppers than right where they shop. Let us show you how. Learn more by calling 352-629-1663 or visit us online at usaforsale.com.
It's time for some fun! The Southern Women's Show, September 26th through 29th at the Orange County Convention Center. Shop 400 boutiques offering chic fashions, inspired beauty tips, gourmet treats, free health screenings, and so much more. Check southernwomenshow.com. It's time for some fun! The Southern Women's Show, September 26th through 29th at the Orange County Convention Center. New this year, the ultimate selfie experience. Your ticket to food, fashion, and fun is at southernwomenshow.com.
More time. To try it for free, go to ziprecruiter.com/America.
Your credit card companies love you. They love it when your cards stay maxed out. They love it when you only make minimum payments. They love it when you struggle. Why? Because they own you. And minimum payments mean maximum profits. Here's great news. National Debt Relief is now offering you free information on how to escape your credit card debt nightmare. If you owe more than $10,000 in credit card debt and are only barely making minimum payments, know this. You may not have to pay it all back. In fact, you may have the right to settle that debt for only a fraction of what you owe. National Debt Relief has helped thousands of people get rid of over $500 million of debt. And they're A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. Get the information you need for free right now before this offer goes away. Call National Debt Relief now and escape your credit card debt troubles. 800-314-4789. 800-314-4789. 800-314-4789.
Hi, this is Dennis Prager, and we just launched a new Pragertopia membership called Pragertopia Unlimited. Members can listen to any and all audio programs that are in the Dennis Prager store. That's over 400 programs to choose from. Show segments, talks, lectures, courses, even full access to all 5 books of my Torah teaching. For a limited time, an annual Pragertopia Unlimited membership is only $119. Join Pragertopia Unlimited today. Go to pragertopia.com.
Fossil fuels connected to climate change, and they want us to turn off everything that uses fossil fuels. Why don't they start? Show us how we would live after we have no more energy, electricity, gas, gasoline, oil. Show us. Just like Earth 2 in Arizona that failed. Prove it to us.
Okay, we got some traveling coming up. I'm going to be in Phoenix next week, this Thursday night, September 26th, the Scottsdale Center for the Performing Arts. I hope you can come out and join us, and tickets are going fast. Michelle Malkin is the keynote speaker. Dr. Sebastian Gorka, Larry Elder, yours truly, Mike Gallagher, will be the moderator. Seth Liebson, who's the terrific local host there in the Phoenix area. If you want tickets, go to 960thepatriot.com for tickets, and these are going fast, so don't delay. There's a VIP meet and greet, general admission tickets. Go to 960thepatriot.com. That's 960 960thepatriot.com. Then I'm going to be off to Indianapolis. I'm so excited about this big Made in America event that Mike Lindell has invited us to attend. We're going to be broadcasting from the MyPillow booth. Made in America 2019 is going to be the first ever event of its kind to champion American-made products. It's going to take place October the 3rd through the 6th at the Indiana Convention Center in downtown Indianapolis. I'll be there. I want you to be there as well. For details, go to madeinamerica.com, madeinamerica.com. And thanks so much to my buddy Mike Lindell for all that he does for us. We got the buy one, get one special back for the best pillow you've ever slept on in your life, bar none. Full stop. The patented fill, it never goes flat during the night, stays cool. It conforms to your neck and your back and your head. And huge discounts when you go to MyPillow.com. Click on the Mike Gallagher Radio Listener Special box. Click on that box, and then for anything you order, be sure to enter the promo code MikeG. You're going to save big. MyPillow.com, promo code MikeG. MyPillow.com, promo code MikeG. Or call 800-928-6034. Like we love to sing.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
Promo code MikeG. Hope you have a terrific weekend. Be safe and keep fighting the good fight. I'm Mike Gallagher. God bless America. Things in life can change your entire outlook on the day, but how about your car breaking down? That could mean thousands of dollars in repairs. That's why I am a huge fan of CarShield. It makes the process of fixing your car for a covered repair so easy. You have your favorite mechanic or dealership do the work. You get to decide. They provide 24/7 roadside assistance, a rental car while yours is in the shop for free. If your car has 5,000 to 150,000 miles, it doesn't mean you have to pay high repair bills. CarShield has paid out close to $2 billion in claims, and they're ready to help you. Don't let your check engine light change your life. Do what I've done. Get covered by the ultimate in extended vehicle protection. Call 1-800-CAR-6000. Mention promo code Gallagher or visit carshield.com. Use code Gallagher to save 10%. Carshield.com, code Gallagher, or call 1-800-CAR-6000. Mention the promo code Gallagher. A deductible may apply. Do the smart thing. Do what I did. Get CarShield today.
President Trump recently tweeted, and I quote, "The new Fox News is letting millions of great people down. We have to start looking for a new news outlet. Fox isn't working for us anymore." End quote. President Trump is right. Fox just can't be trusted. That's why millions like you and me are turning to Newsmax TV. President Trump even urged his friends on Twitter to watch Newsmax TV. Newsmax TV is America's fastest-growing cable news channel, now in 70 million homes, with an incredible lineup. People like Bill O'Reilly, Mike Huckabee, Michelle Malkin, Alan Dershowitz, Pat Buchanan, and more. Find Newsmax TV today on all the big cable networks: DirecTV 349, Xfinity 1115, Dish 216, Spectrum, Optimum, Suddenlink, and more. Just check your channel lineup. Look for us on your channel guide. If you don't get it, call your cable company to complain. Tell them you want Newsmax TV, because it's real news for real people.
Mike Gallagher.
Hey folks, listen up very closely. You may not believe your ears when I tell you about this week's super deal at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Bob has quality knockout roses that he's selling for just $10 each while they last. These are beautiful blooming double red, double pink, and coral knockout roses. His best quality, regularly $34.99 for just $10 each on closeout. Grab one or grab a dozen, but hurry! His famous Easy Care Dwarf Drift Roses, they're all half price. Mums are in, and now's the time to stock up. They're regularly $5.99 each, but you can mix or match, get 6 for $29.99. And of course your favorite fall veggies, still just $3.49 this week. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox
Fox News, I'm Pam Puso. President Trump is pushing back against a whistleblower complaint, calling it just another political hack job. Published reports say the complaint has to do with a conversation the president had with his Ukrainian counterpart.
Totally appropriate conversation. Couldn't have been better. And keep asking questions and build it up as big as possible so you can have a bigger downfall.
Democrats say they'll sue to get more information. Authorities are building a case against a New Jersey man who they say was helping Hezbollah plot terror attacks.
Feds say he received weapons and bomb-making training and surveilled numerous landmarks for possible attacks. Those targets allegedly included the Statue of Liberty, the United Nations, the Stock Exchange.
Fox's Rick Leventhal, other possible targets said to include the White House and Boston's Fenway Park. America's listening to Fox News.
When it comes to your identity and the personal information on your devices, there's no soundtrack to let you know you're in danger. Today's digital world is so connected, it just takes one weak link for criminals to get in. Good thing LifeLock includes the power of Norton Security. LifeLock uses proprietary technology to help detect threats like your personal info for sale on the dark web. And Norton Security helps protect up to 5 devices from ransomware and other online threats. Plus, if you have a problem, our agents will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or cybercrime or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But with LifeLock, we can help alert you to danger. Act now and for a limited time, get 30% off your first year. Go to LifeLock.com and enter promo code NEWS. That's promo code NEWS for 30% off. Offer expires October 6th, so don't wait. LifeLock with Norton. More detection, more protection.
WOCA.
Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have to deal with this mess again.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage checks.
Not to mention never losing your luggage. Remind me again why we haven't done that?
Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for Flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Isn't it time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today.
Hey, have you seen it? I'm talking about this week's ad from Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Again, with an unbeatable list of stuff for your yard or garden that's too good to miss. Bob has citrus trees, lots of them. Many of them are bearing fruit right now. Just $59.99, and these are not babies, but nice-sized trees. And listen, there are still a few crepe myrtles, regularly $24.99, selling for the unbelievable closeout price of just $5. And if you hurry, he has double red, double pink, and coral knockout roses, not $30, not $20, but just $10 on super closeout while they last. Everybody wants mums, and Bob has them, regularly $5.99. But you get 6 gorgeous mums for just $29.99. Check us out. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala. Daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Freddy's Specialty Sundays. Classic American treats. Made with freshly churned, rich and creamy frozen custard. Welcome to Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers. The taste that brings you back.
So now that you have your heart set on Freddy's, all you need to know is how to get there. That part is easy. Just go down Highway 200 in Ocala east of I-75. Then look for the giant frozen custard cone on the wall.
Buying and selling? Then you know about OcalaForSale.com, Marion County's internet marketplace. But there's something you might not know. I'm Michael Warren, president of USA for Sale. We created Ocala for Sale in 1998 with a passion to connect buyers and sellers and to help local businesses reach shoppers online. On Ocala for Sale, you're just a click away from thousands of deals for real estate, rentals, cars, furniture, appliances, horses, pets, and more. Looking for a job? Our Help Wanted section is booming. Shopping the villages and beyond? Now you'll find great deals on villages for sale, as well as our new statewide classified, Florida for Sale. Log on today and post your free classified. You'll reach thousands of shoppers who check our listings every day. Are you a business looking to get a corner on the internet marketplace? USA for Sale can help you reach your target audience in Ocala, the villages, and statewide. There's no better place to reach shoppers than right where they shop. Let us show you how. Learn more by calling 352-629-1663 or visit us online at usaforsale.com.
I'm Jennifer McCullough, the Executive Director of Palm Garden. We all are aware of the devastating facts about Alzheimer's disease. Research is supported by public and private funds, but awareness relies on us. Each year, Palm Garden residents and staff participate in fundraisers and the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Please join us on September 21st for the annual Alzheimer's Walk at Tuscaloosa Park to bring public awareness for those in need. We must remember for those who can't.
The fusion of entertainment and enlightenment.
Pat has been filling in for Stu, who is on vacation for a few days. Pat, let me ask you a question. Do you remember TARP?
I do.
You do? Mm-hmm. Anybody who lived through that period, you kind of have a number etched into your memory.
Yes.
Because it was a number that none of us had ever seen the federal government go for. How much was that number?
$787 billion.
Right, 787. Everybody could say it together because it was such an outrageous number that we were going to use to bail out the banks. Well, I told you that something was going on this every day this week, and no one was talking about it. We were doing another bank bailout, and nobody's talking about it. Well, let me give you the number as of last night. They're going to do it again tonight. But don't worry. Don't worry. Let's talk about Justin Trudeau. Let's talk about blackface. Let's talk about those impeachment hearings. Nothing to see here, folks, except the biggest story of the week.
This is the Glenn Beck Program.
Give that to you in 1 minute. I want to take a second to perform a little mental exercise. I want you to just take stock of what you have in your home that you value. Now, how much of what you just thought about would be things that somebody else might value? Yeah, and I consider your children part of that. There's a good reason why burglaries occur, and it can hit people really hard, both financially and emotionally. You don't want to be one of those people that have been hit. Simply Safe is a great way to go when it comes to home security. It has state-of-the-art, round-of-the-clock home monitoring that comes with no contract, no fees, no fine print, and it's $15 a month. You get amazing home protection that is practically invisible once you set it up. Simply Safe. Huge deal going on right now at simplysafebeck.com. You get a free HD security camera when you order. That's a $100 value. You'll have eyes on your home 24/7 and video evidence if somebody tries to get in. So get your free HD security camera now at simplysafebeck.com. That's simplysafebeck.com. So, welcome to it. Hello, America. It's Friday. So, I told you yesterday about repo madness, what was happening in the banking community. And if you paid attention yesterday on what was, what we were talking about and what was happening, there was a problem at the banks where they have this overnight lending system. And all of the banks have to have a certain amount of cash on hand. And they do this every night. They look and say, how much money do we have in the bank? You know what? Call Citibank and ask them if we can borrow, $10 billion. We'll sell them this, and we'll buy it back tomorrow morning. Happens all the time. Banks loan each other money all the time. Now, back in 2008, Bear Stearns started asking for money, and the other banks were like, no, you're asking for an awful lot of money. I'm not really sure you're too healthy. And so they started going to what was called the discount window, where they could go to the Fed in the middle of the night. But nobody wanted to go to the discount window, because the discount window was it was the walk of shame. If you went to that window, the other banks would know that you were in trouble. So Bear Stearns went to the discount window, and the Fed said, "Okay, we'll write you some cash, okay, just to keep them afloat, just to keep everything going. But don't worry, nothing to see here, nothing to see here." As the crash started to happen, there was a credit crunch, not with you. The banks, everything seemed normal. Kind of like, right now, where everything seemed normal. But at night, the banks were in full-fledged panic because they had to have a certain amount of money in the bank every night to cover everything. And what normally goes on is Bank of America will call Citibank, or Citibank will call JP Morgan Chase or whatever, and they'll work it out. And they say, hey, can you just transfer some of your money, and I'm going to transfer this asset over to you, and then tomorrow we'll reverse that. Not a problem. Until every bank in 2008 was freaking out because none of them had enough money to cover their expenses. And the first sign of trouble is the overnight interest rate, which should be 1.75. The overnight interest rate when the bank goes and says, hey, I want to buy a new house. Except what they're really saying is, hey, I don't have enough money in my vault to cover the stuff that I just bought. Can I borrow some money for the overnight? And the banks say, sure, 1.75. The credit crunch became so bad as of Monday that the interest rate that the banks were selling each other these loans for the overnight was 10%. Imagine you borrow $10 billion from another bank in the overnight, and you have to pay 10% on that money. That's not going to go well or last long. And the reason why it was 10% was because no one had enough money. They were all calling each other. Hey, could you loan me some money? I don't know. I can't. Of course, I'll find it if you pay me 10% in the morning. That's what was happening. So the Federal Reserve knew this. And so they just casually made an announcement. Hey, nothing to see here, nothing to worry about, but we're going to loan $55 billion to the banks tonight. And we're just going to do it tonight. Well, it came back that the banks needed $65 billion for the night. Then the next night, the Fed decided to do it again, and so they offered $65 billion. Well, they needed $75 billion. Every time they opened the, quote, discount window, every time they made these purchases of assets. By the way, they're not paying them back the next day. They're just buying these assets. Every time they did that, they needed more. So they kept doing it. Remember, this is only going to happen Monday night. They did it again last night. They've done it Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, and they're going to do it again tonight. So that's where we were. That's what I told you yesterday. This is so critically important that you pay attention. So where are we? Well, the $75 billion per day from the Fed extended last night into day 4. We are now at $350 billion that has been injected into the U.S. investment banks in 4 days. And the banks are still asking for more. The markets are not functioning. If the banks need $75 billion a day in new cash just for their day-to-day operations, JP Morgan Chase has taken $52 billion in cash and new capital from the Fed in 3 days. That is 22% of what the entire company is worth. That's their market cap. 22%, and they borrowed that cash or took that cash in 3 days. The world's largest investment bank needing $12.5 billion every day in newly printed cash from the Fed to provide cash on the books. In 2007, the initial bid from Lehman Brothers was $620 million. 6 days later, a 120-year-old company, 11,200 employees, 8.9 million investors, worth $14 billion in market cap, was gone. We have a problem here. We have a real problem. In 4 days, they have given out almost half of what we argued about. We argued all week long, that week when we had to rush this through. It was the thing that caused the Tea Party really to stand up. Wait a minute, you're bailing these banks out. What about everybody else? They're doing it now quietly, and they've already spent half of the cash that they spent for TARP. And they did that in 4 days. And no one is talking about it. There is a real problem with the banks. We're not talking just Lehman Brothers now. We are talking all of the banks. But wait, let's talk about blackface. Wait, there's rain in Houston. You know, it's climate hysteria day. We've got to get Trump's tax returns in California. Oh, we've got to get all of the ARs back. Don't you even say that we're talking about confiscating ARs. We're not talking about that. Yes, you are. No, you're not. Yes, you are. No, you aren't. Meanwhile, the banks are in trouble. Are you awake? Last night, Marianne Williamson gave the answer of the decade. This is exactly what is happening in all of our society. Last night, Marianne Williamson was asked by a college student, "What is your problem? What is your problem with nuclear energy?"
Go ahead. Good afternoon, Ms. Williamson. Thank you for taking my question. My name is Emily Berry, and I'm a student from the University of Maryland College Park. I'm studying government and politics and economics. So you say that in your environmental crisis plan that you want the United States to stop all use of nuclear energy. What do you identify as the problems with nuclear energy, and what do you say to those who think it simply gets a bad reputation?
What was the last thing you said? What do I say to those who what?
What are your issues with nuclear energy?
Well, I know Germany had said at one point, we're just going no nuclear. But then when they said no nuclear, there was a problem because they had a hard time keeping up with the other standards that they agreed to.
So what's your problem?
What is wrong with that?
Yes, she has no idea. Listen.
If something goes wrong with nuclear energy.
If something goes wrong. Right.
I don't think people have really stopped to take in the horror.
The horror of
See, we need an integrated politics. We need to go beyond hard data. We need to go beyond just thinking about the facts.
Go beyond
I want
facts.
you to think about this with your heart.
I think with your heart.
Something goes wrong there.
Yeah.
What happens?
What are we even talking about?
What are we talking about?
How can
I
we
think
even
that's
consider it?
that's really what we have to talk about.
So what? Maybe we'd all
be
a little warmer, a little
warmer,
cool.
a little cooler.
I mean, Americans, we have to decide.
We have to decide.
That's the problem I have with nuclear.
That's the problem. There is no problem. What are you talking about? France has 70% of their power coming from nuclear energy. Everybody says, let's be more like France. There is no problem with nuclear energy. America, you got to start thinking with your heart. America, I am telling you right now, wake up. Wake up and stop listening to this nonsense, this babbling. It doesn't make any sense. Stop thinking with your frickin' heart and use the brain that God also gave you. These people make no sense. None. They're not even trying anymore to give you a good argument. They're now talking about everybody's going to get free health care, free housing, free education. Free? It's not free. Well, we're the richest nation in the world. We're the richest nation in the world. Are we really? Are we really? We have more debt than anyone has ever had at any time in all of human history. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but mom and dad are struggling to make things work. Your business down the street is making ends meet just barely. Oh yeah, the fat cats in Washington, the banks are doing it because they can do something that you can't do, and that is borrow freshly printed money. They can go to the banks and to the Fed and to the Treasury and say, we're too big to fail. But you can't. You can't. And no socialist program will get you out of this. Only clear thinking, only facts, only actual mathematics that don't give a flying crap how you got to the answer. If it's not right, it's not right. America, wake up. And prepare yourself for times we have not seen since the 1930s. Sorry, I don't mean to yell at you. I'm yelling at everyone else. I know you get it. I'll tell you what you can do here in just a second. Hey, have you thought about selling your house? If you have too much house, you might want to think about selling your house. I'm just saying. Get yourself into a house that you can afford, that you could weather the storm in. RealestateAgentsITrust.com. Real estate agents I trust. It is hard to find, some Joe Schmo real estate agent with a briefcase of soon-to-be broken promises and uninflated balloons. It's really hard to find that guy, isn't it? Oh, maybe because I've hired them every single time. The truth is, you need the type of real estate that is not all too common. You need somebody who really knows what they're doing, is an expert in it, has a long track record, and has best practices in his briefcase, has unbroken promises, the guy who's going to get your house sold. We found those agents in your area, and we won't recommend somebody in your area if we don't have somebody who is the best. We want to make sure that you get the most value out of your home and you get the best value going into the next. RealestateAgentsITrust.com. This is not a commercial for some company. This is my company. RealestateAgentsITrust.com. RealestateAgentsITrust.com. 10 second station ID.
This is WOCN. Villages.
I hate when I get like this. I hate when I get like this. I just can't take the news of the day. I just can't take it. There's nobody saying anything that is actually going to help people. Here's what it is. This is really bad because it will only help those. It will only hurt those banks that are already struggling. But those banks put you as the last person to get their money. If you have money on deposit at a bank, because when we did TARP, they did something else. They changed you from one of the first people to get paid. So you can go in and George Bailey can say, wait a minute, your money is here and your money is here. I want $282. You can't get your money with the banks. You're the last one to get paid. Now, you'll get it through the FDIC, which will mean more printed money. Nobody is talking to you about the stock market is doing well only because that's the place we see inflation. Because the only people that have the money are these banks and others that can get the free cash. They're people like the sovereign funds because they are counting on America. It's the only place they can get a return on their money. And so they're counting on America, and they're putting all of that money into our stock market. And everybody is buying their stuff back because, why? They have the money. Your money is in the stock market. Your money is in bonds. Your money is in banks. If we go through another banking collapse, socialism will be in our future, our very near future. America will change overnight, and those who say they are against socialism today will be for socialism tomorrow. All of our politicians will not want to be remembered as Herbert Hoover. They will all want to be FDR. And they will say it's just temporary, but it will not be temporary.
Wait, they want to be like the guy who extended the Depression for 12 years?
Yes.
They want to be like him? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, they will.
Is that amazing that they want to be like that guy?
You need your money in a local credit union. You need your money in a local bank. You need your money in a local bank that is not affiliated with these big banks. Please do your own homework. And stop listening to the nonsense that is out there. Stop. Climate change may require elimination of car ownership. Oh, really? That's a candidate, Andrew Yang. We've got all kinds of great stories today. Burger King removing ham from the word hamburger to avoid offending Muslims. What the hell are you even talking about? Get over it. Here's an idea. Educate yourself enough to know that hamburger has no ham in it. Good God, what's wrong with us?
This is the Glenn Beck Program.
All right, let me tell you about X-Chair. The office Christmas party is coming up, and it's just a couple of months away, and we'll hear the same thing through the grapevine every year that you hear every year. Somebody's going to drag out the old chestnut about you being Ebenezer Scrooge because you won't replace the office chairs in the office. And I just want to say, to be fair, they do look like, they were thrown off the top of a building before they were marketed directly to a local garage sale where you picked it up. I'm just saying. And they're almost that comfortable. This year, if you can, surprise your employees with the new X-Chair. It's patented dynamic variable lumbar support. The X-Chair is what you need for a comfortable workday, and a comfortable workday is what you need for the most productive employees. And thanks to X-Chair's 30-day no questions asked guarantee satisfaction, you have zero risk. Most companies can't do that because most companies will have too many returns. X-Chair on sale now for $100 off. Just go to xchairbeck.com. That's xchairbeck.com. Use the promo code BECK at checkout.
You want to hear more from conservative voices? Of course you do. Go to blazetv.com/Glenn. blazetv.com/Glenn. Use the promo code Glenn and get $10 off.
Hey folks, listen up very closely. You may not believe your ears when I tell you about this week's super deal at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Bob has quality knockout roses that he's selling for just $10 each while they last. These are beautiful blooming double red, double pink, and coral knockout roses, his best quality, regularly $34.99 for just $10 each on closeout. Grab one or grab a dozen, but hurry! His famous Easy Care Dwarf Drift Roses, they're all half price. Mums are in, and now's the time to stock up. They're regularly $5.99 each, but you can mix or match, get 6 for $29.99. And of course your favorite, fall veggies, still just $3.49 this week. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Trump is pushing back against a whistleblower complaint, calling it just another political hack job. Published reports say the complaint has to do with a conversation the president had with his Ukrainian counterpart.
Totally appropriate conversation. Couldn't have been better. And keep asking questions and build it up as big as possible so you can have a bigger downfall.
Democrats say they'll sue to get more information. Authorities are building a case against a New Jersey man who they say was helping Hezbollah plot terror attacks.
Feds say he received weapons and bomb-making training and surveilled numerous landmarks for possible attacks. Those targets allegedly included the Statue of Liberty, the United Nations, the Stock Exchange.
Fox's Rick Leventhal, other possible targets said to include the White House and Boston's Fenway Park. America's listening to Fox News.
When it comes to your identity and the personal information on your devices, there's no soundtrack to let you know you're in danger. Today's digital world is so connected, it just takes one weak link for criminals to get in. Good thing LifeLock includes the power of Norton Security. LifeLock uses proprietary technology to help detect threats like your personal info for sale on the dark web. And Norton Security helps protect up to 5 devices from ransomware and other online threats. Plus, if you have a problem, our agents will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or cybercrime or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but with LifeLock, we can help alert you to danger. Act now and for a limited time, get 30% off your first year. Go to LifeLock.com and enter promo code NEWS. That's promo code NEWS for 30% off. Offer expires October 6th, so don't wait. LifeLock with Norton. More detection, more protection.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source. Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have to deal with this mess again.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage checks.
Not to mention never losing your luggage. Remind me again why we haven't done that?
Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for Flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Isn't it time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today.
PPIR is a networking group formed to serve the realtor and small business community. It primarily serves the real estate and construction industry, but is open to all businesses that provide any service or product to the real estate business community. PPIR has no membership dues or fees for attendees. The watchwords are keep it simple and maximize networking time. PPIR chapters meet 3 times monthly at different locations after normal business hours. For information on this, call 352-615-9412 or go to events at ppirevents.com. PPIR, professional people in real estate.
Hey, have you seen it? I'm talking about this week's ad from Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Again, with an unbeatable list of stuff for your yard or garden that's too good to miss. Bob has citrus trees, lots of them. Many of them are bearing fruit right now. Just $59.99, and these are not babies, but nice-sized trees. And listen, there are still a few crepe myrtles, regularly $24.99, selling for the unbelievable closeout price of just $5. And if you hurry, he has double red, double pink, and coral knockout roses Not $30, not $20, but just $10 on super closeout while they last. Everybody wants mums, and Bob has them, regularly $5.99. But you get 6 gorgeous mums for just $29.99. Check us out. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala. Daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Justice League Estate Sales. With great customer service in a time of need, liquidating a home and vehicle is hard enough. Let the Justice League Estate Sales family-owned team help. They have highly trained appraisers available to work with you. The Justice League Estate Sales name was inspired by a boy named Justice and the Autism Awareness Organization. Please visit www.justiceleagueestatesales.com for upcoming sales. And tune in every Tuesday at 11:20 a.m. on WOCA and learn how the team can help you.
So Pat said to me in the break, he said, "This is really scary. Where are you getting your numbers?" Because I'm not seeing them anywhere. They are available. All you have to do is just Google Fed Repo, REPO. But then you're going to get it from CNBC or Reuters, and they're going to write it in a way that only banks and businesses understand.
Much less scary than what you're saying.
Yeah, because you understand it?
No.
Okay, so
not really.
Read it to me, what you just found online, and I will explain what this means. I will translate into English.
Okay, they're saying cash available to banks for their short-term funding, needs, all but dried up earlier this week. And interest rates in the U.S. money market shot up as high as 10% for some overnight loans.
Okay, do you understand that? They don't have enough cash in the cash drawer to cover everything that they have to cover. So usually they go to the other bank and they say, "Hey, can I borrow enough money just to cover my shortfalls in the overnight?" The other bank says, "Sure." They do this all the time, but it's usually right at the Fed rate of today. It's 1.75. That's what banks can loan money to each other on. It was as high as 10%. Why is it now at 10%? The reason why you have higher interest rates is because the bank figures you're a risky loan. Okay, so
it's just like they're loaning to somebody with a bad credit rating.
Correct.
Yeah.
They don't have the money.
Yep.
They need to make the money themselves. If you'll borrow it at 10% overnight, God bless you. Here it is.
That forced the Fed to make an emergency injection of more than $125 billion over the past 2 days. So this was written on Wednesday. So that doesn't include Wednesday night and Thursday night.
And tonight they're going to do it again.
Tonight they're going to do it again.
They're up to almost half of all of TARP. By the middle of next week, if this continues, by the middle of next week, we will have printed as much money and bailed out the banks again as much as we did for TARP, and no one is talking about it.
So then it goes on to say that this is the first major market intervention since the financial crisis a decade ago.
This is the only time they've ever done it.
Okay, so the exact cause of this squeeze is a matter of some debate.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
Most market participants agree that 2 coincidental events on Monday were
at
least partly to blame.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
What's coincidence number one?
Well, corporations had to withdraw funds from money market accounts to pay for their quarterly tax bills.
Okay, so they had to pay their taxes. All right, number two.
And on the same day, the banks and investors who bought the $78 billion worth of U.S. Treasury notes and bonds sold by Uncle Sam last week had to settle up.
Okay, so they bought treasuries from the U.S. government.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Let's just look at those 2 coincidences. What do those 2 coincidences have in common? Besides they both happened this week. What do they both have in common? Taxes and treasuries. What do they have in common?
They're both coming from the U.S. government?
No, they're both going to the U.S. government.
Right.
The spending that we have is completely out of control.
Yeah.
So the taxes, they've got to pay that, which means they have to sell some assets to pay their taxes. If you're selling assets, if I have to sell my car to pay my taxes, I'm in trouble.
Yes,
okay?
definitely.
Sign that maybe the taxes are too hard or too high. If everybody has to sell their car to pay the taxes, you got a problem. The second is the Treasury. They're buying bonds. They're buying U.S. Treasury bonds, full faith and credit in the United States. So they bought that bond so they could give that money to the Treasury so the Treasury could spend all of that money, on universal health care and all those great things. So they bought that bond. They had to pay for that bond. But they can't pay for that bond. They don't have enough money. So they paid for it. Now what happens? Now they're in so much trouble that they have to go to the Fed, which is the one that is printing the money and selling the bonds with the Treasury. So they bought the bond so the bank could give the government enough money, but then the person who bought the bond is in trouble, so the Fed has to print money to cover the bond. So the bond is a shell game. There is no such thing as borrowed money. It's printed money.
Yeah,
the people who are buying it can't afford it, and so the government bails them out and gives them money so they can buy the bond. It's a shell game. What they both have in common is out of control spending. When you can't go in and buy something on loan, it's because the banks are all tied up in their money in Treasury bonds. Let me go. Why did we go off of the gold standard? Do you know why we went off the gold standard?
Because we wanted unlimited spending.
Yes, we wanted the Great Society, and we wanted the war. And there wasn't enough gold to be able to print enough money. So we went off the gold standard and said, well, we're not going to ever crazy just print with nothing, but we just need a little bit more money. And we convinced the world that they could do it too. So there is not enough gold to cover all of the cash that is out there. So we've already gone off the gold standard. Now we've went off any standard. We don't have any mathematical standard. We have no standard whatsoever. We just keep thinking we can print more money. And so when we went off the gold standard, we said, well, we're going to keep it within reason. We've gone so far off reason that even we're just going to wing it here, we're going to be fine, even that standard isn't low enough. So we have to print more money because there's not enough cash to do everything that the government is already saying it wants to do. And we have people that are now saying, we can afford it, we can do more. I feel like the accountant who nobody's listening to in this big room of everybody, working numbers, and everybody's like, oh yeah, no, it's fine, we can do that. I feel like the one accountant that is standing on that floor of accountants going, guys, you are all insane. Don't you see what's happening? And nobody sees it because everybody's got a plan. Everybody is convinced that the system will work. My gosh, I'm saying exactly the same things I was saying in 2007. So do you understand that story? Maybe a little bit?
Yeah.
What else is in that story?
Well, they offer maybe a third explanation. On top of all of that. I love this explanation. The reserves that banks park with the Fed and are often made available to other banks on an overnight basis are at their lowest level since 2001, thanks to the central bank's culling of its vast portfolio. So they're just taking advantage of a bargain here is essentially what they're saying, I think. It's just a sale on money now. So just come and get it. And that's why they're not in trouble. This is just this is just a sale.
You don't understand. This is much more complex than your thinking it is. Their system, it's not that big of a deal. Look, they had to pay their taxes. They bought all these treasuries. They didn't have the money. The funds are at the lowest rates, sitting there in the Fed. We have to park those things.
Somebody's got to take advantage of it.
We bought those. We took that cash and we bought some stuff from the Fed. So we're really okay. I'm telling you, it's all fine. Don't worry. It's just a coincidence.
This is kind of interesting, too. Added together, these factors are testing the limits. Apparently, there's a limit to this overnight thing.
Yeah.
I'll bet they don't stick by it, but there's this sort of nebulous limit. Testing the limits of the $2.2 trillion repurchase agreement or repo market. It's a gray but essential component of the U.S. financial system. 2.2 trillion.
2.2 trillion.
That's supposedly the limit of where they'll go. But we're already at 350 billion?
As of last night. We'll be
we're about 15% of the way there.
If they do it by the end of next week, we'll be at $1 trillion. Just so you know, we all had a problem with this happening with $787 billion. Not even $1 trillion. Now it's a $2.2 trillion bailout. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The Fed's just going to print $2.2 trillion in possibly 2 weeks.
They've done it this way, kind of in the cover of darkness, so they don't even have to talk about it.
Right.
The American people don't even know about it.
You don't even understand it.
We just created this system as a bailout, and you don't even know.
The last time I talked about this, everybody said it was a conspiracy theory or whatever because the banks were relying on their systems. They were relying on their systems. And everybody else didn't hear anybody of credibility talk about it. Nobody talked about it. And so people didn't listen. I'm telling you now, I don't know when it's coming, but it's bad this time. If you thought 2008 was bad, it's bad this time because there is no way. There's no TARP coming because they're doing it right now. So there is no TARP coming. There is no thing that the government can do. If the government decides to step in, they have to go to modern monetary theory. And that theory is we can print as much money as we need. That's used to be called Zimbabwe. That used to be called Venezuela. That used to be called the Weimar Republic. It is not a new modern monetary theory. It is an old one that ends the same way every time. It will mean the United States will be Mexico. Please consider just spreading your risk out. Please just consider what you're doing with your cash right now. Please consider that your bank should be a local bank or a credit union. Please just consider that. Now, Glenn Beck is irresponsible for telling people while the banks are not in trouble, they're just doing the normal thing to take your money out because that's only going to make things worse. I'm trying to watch out for you. Tell me who's doing that for you. Because nobody's watching out for me. All right, I want to talk to you about a great deal from Tecovas. If you are looking for boots, there is a way to get a good quality boot. My mom used to say, there's two things that you can spend money on. And that is good quality furniture, because it will never go out of style and it will be fine. Well, so much for the lava lamp. And shoes, because you can always wear a great pair of shoes. Just make sure they're not, platform shoes. Western boots from Tecovas. They never go out of style, and they are made with 200 different steps. They are hand-stitched. They're really great, and you're not paying the price that you would pay for a boot of the same quality. It's about half the price. So you're saving money. You're getting a boot that will last, and it's a great boot. If you're looking for a great boot, Tecovas, Tecovas, Tecovas cowboy boots. You can get them now. Plus, if you spend $150 or more at Tecovas, they're going to give you a $50 wallet. It's a calfskin card case. and it's beautiful. I carry my cash, my credit cards in there. You can get it now. It's $50 value. It's free right now. Tecovas. Go to Tecovas right now. This ends on Sunday, so make sure you do it this weekend or today. TECOVAS.com/Beck. Find your pair, and remember, before Sunday, enter the promo code BECK at checkout.
You're listening to Glenn Beck.
WOCA.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your Verizon representative with news that will hum your car, make it smart and safe. How? With the new Hum device by Verizon. You can rest assured you're never alone. Flat tire? Lost? Accident? For $10 a month, Hum by Verizon has you covered. And I will come to you in Marion County to install the Hum for free. Time to call me at 352-528-0020. Are you ready to hum along? Call 352-528-0020.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing and tractor services, including our zero-turn mowers for your fence line finish. Also available, stump grinding, rototilling, and fence row spraying. We are family owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm ready. Howell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com, 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
When you see the Mike Scott Plumbing truck, you know that experienced certified technicians are on the job. Mike Scott Plumbing has the equipment and expertise to handle any size septic job, residential and commercial. From pumping septic tanks to installing new tanks and drain fields. When you want the job done right the first time, then the first call you need to make is to Mike Scott Plumbing. Mike Scott Plumbing is locally owned and operated since 1987, so you get the quality you expect at the price you deserve. If water runs through it, we do it. Mike Scott Plumbing. Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
And now read Ocala Downtown Newspaper online. Started in 1975. It's Yendel's Building Materials. Whether you're making repairs, adding a room, or building a house, Yendel's constantly delivers excellent service and top quality materials and many of the tools and hardware you need to get the job done. At Yendel's, they take pride in supplying their customers with new and innovative products. Yendel's experience in truss design, manufacturing, and component materials is second to none. 834 North Magnolia Avenue in Ocala, 732-3000. Stop by to experience the difference.
Jennifer McCullough, the Executive Director of Palm Garden. We all are aware of the devastating facts about Alzheimer's disease. Research is supported by public and private funds, but awareness relies on us. Each year, Palm Garden residents and staff participate in fundraisers and the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Please join us on September 21st for the annual Alzheimer's Walk at Tuscaloosa Park to bring public awareness for those in need. We must remember for those who can't.
Welcome to the program. I want to give you one more piece of advice on this, and then we're going to move on. Bill O'Reilly is coming up in just a second, but please, get out of your high-interest credit cards if you can, whether you're refinancing at a lower rate. But when this does occur, God forbid, if it does occur, you're going to have trouble meeting your expenses. And if you have high interest credit card rates, and they're high already, look at this. The banks are being charged the least for a loan that they've ever been charged. But you have a high interest rate? Why is that? Because you're a bad credit risk. And the banks see a way to make money off of you at 18%. It's outrageous, and we have to go to the Fed when they have to pay interest rate of 10%. But you can pay 15, 18, and it will go higher because money will be more scarce. People will be losing their jobs, and they will be considered a bad interest risk, a credit risk. And so those credit card numbers are going to go higher and higher and higher. Please do everything you can to get that paid down as much as you can. Because this will be the biggest transfer of wealth ever when it comes. Just transfer all that wealth to the banks and to the governments of the world. And you will be the one that is paying for it. Please try to get out of your credit cards. The only credit card that I carry is an American Express because I have to pay it off at the end of the month. And I know that's hard to do for a lot of people, but you've got to try to get there. Get those high interest. If you have any kind of equity in your home or something, look for consolidation. Loans are going to be hard to get for the average person. Credit will be hard to get for the small companies. They'll bail people out, though. They'll borrow money and they'll print money for the big corporations. GM. They'll be fine again. But not you. Learn from what happened in 2008. You were left to fend for yourself. And anybody who says, I'm from the government and I'm here to help, they're not telling you the truth. And that includes Elizabeth Warren. Elizabeth Warren, if this happens before the election, Elizabeth Warren is going to look like an absolute dream because she'll promise she'll take care of everyone and hold you in her arms. Government is the problem. Government is the problem. They are not here to help. Believe me. All right, back with Mr. Bill O'Reilly coming up next.
This is the Glenn Beck Program.
Hiring can be a real challenge, as Codable co-founder Gretchen Huebner discovered. Gretchen needed to hire a game artist for her education tech company. She knew it wasn't going to be easy to find somebody. That's why she went to ZipRecruiter.com. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It goes out and finds them for you. Its technology identifies people with the right experience and invites them to apply to your job, so you get a quality candidate fast. Gretchen posted her job on ZipRecruiter. She said she was impressed on how quickly she found the right applicants. She also used ZipRecruiter's screening questions to filter her candidates so she could focus on the best ones. That's how Gretchen found her new game artist in less than 2 weeks. It's no wonder 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. See why ZipRecruiter is effective for businesses of all sizes, including yours. ZipRecruiter. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/Beck. That's ZipRecruiter.com/BECK. ZipRecruiter.com/Beck. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Health concerns are a sad part of life. I mean, it seems like there's always something that either hurts or bothers us health-wise, right? Well, if that's you really need to see what CBD products can do for your health. CBD may offer many of the health benefits of marijuana, but without the high. So it's 100% legal and requires no prescription from cbdistillery.com. The health testimonials are impressive, like this customer who wrote, I highly recommend CBD to everyone. It's done a complete turnaround for me. Another customer wrote, CBD made a big difference in my health. Look, if you haven't tried CBD for that health concern, You should. But where you get CBD products is crucial. With independent lab tests and nearly 250,000 customers, you can trust CBDistillery.com. See what CBD can do for your health. Go to CBDistillery.com and enter RELIEF for 20% off. Again, enter RELIEF for 20% off at CBDistillery.com. CBDistillery.com.
Hey folks, listen up very closely. You may not believe your ears when I tell you about this week's super deal at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Bob has quality knockout roses that he's selling for just $10 each while they last. These are beautiful blooming double red, double pink, and coral knockout roses, his best quality, regularly $34.99 for just $10 each on closeout. Grab one or grab a dozen, but hurry! His famous Easy Care Dwarf Drift Roses, they're all half price. Mums are in, and now's the time to stock up. They're regularly $5.99 each, but you can mix or match, get 6 for $29.99. And of course your favorite fall veggies, still just $3.49 this week. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM.
Fox News, I'm Pam Puso.
It's just another political hack job.
President Trump reacting to a whistleblower complaint, telling reporters he doesn't know the person's identity, he just hears it's a partisan person. The firestorm said to be about a promise the president allegedly made to the president of Ukraine.
I've had conversations with many leaders. They're always appropriate.
Democrats are demanding more information. New sanctions on Iran stemming from the attack in Saudi Arabia that the White House blames on the regime.
We are continuing the maximum pressure campaign. This is the last remaining source of funds, so both the Central Bank of Iran as well as the National Development Fund, which is their sovereign wealth fund, will be cut off from our banking system.
Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin. Later, the Pentagon will present the president a list of military options. America's listening to Fox News.
When it comes to your identity and the personal information on your devices, there's no soundtrack to let you know you're in danger. Today's digital world is so connected, it just takes one weak link for criminals to get in. Good thing LifeLock includes the power of Norton Security. LifeLock uses proprietary technology to help detect threats like your personal info for sale on the dark web. And Norton Security helps protect up to 5 devices from ransomware and other online threats. Plus, if you have a problem, our agents will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or cybercrime or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but with LifeLock, we can help alert you to danger. Act now, and for a limited time, get 30% off your first year. Go to LifeLock.com and enter promo code NEWS. That's promo code NEWS for 30% off. Offer expires October 6th, so don't wait. LifeLock with Norton. More detection, more protection.
WOCA.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your Verizon representative with news that will hum your car, make it smart and safe. How? With the new Hum device by Verizon. You can rest assured you're never alone. Flat tire? Lost? Accident? For $10 a month, Hum by Verizon has you covered. And I will come to you in Marion County to install the Hum for free. Time to call me at 352-528-0020. Are you ready to hum along? Call 352-528-0020.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing and tractor services, including our zero-turn mowers for your fence line finish. Also available, stump grinding, rototilling, and fence row spraying. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Howell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com, 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
When When you see the Mike Scott Plumbing truck, you know that experienced certified technicians are on the job. Mike Scott Plumbing has the equipment and expertise to handle any size septic job, residential and commercial. From pumping septic tanks to installing new tanks and drain fields. When you want the job done right the first time, then the first call you need to make is to Mike Scott Plumbing. Mike Scott Plumbing is locally owned and operated since 1987, so you get the quality you expect at the price you deserve. If water runs through it, we do it. Mike Scott Plumbing. Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
And now read Ocala Downtown Newspaper online.
Each morning, we wake up thankful to live in a free nation with liberty and justice for all. But sometimes those liberties can be put in jeopardy, and you may have questions about what to do or who to call. Let Doc Blanchard of Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland help you find the answers. Attorneys at law since 1974 and located in downtown Ocala. If you have legal issues, don't go it alone. Call 352-732-7218. Blanchard, Miriam, Adele, and Kirkland, helping protect your liberties every day.
Visit Southeastern Trailers today. We have new and used enclosed cargo and open utility trailers, along with built-to-order trailers. We service all brands of cargo and utility trailers, installation of hitches, wiring and electric brake controls, and installation of trailer accessories, with locations in Ocala and Ormond Beach to serve all of Central Florida. Call 1-888-622-1816. Again, that's 1-888-622-1816.
Started in 1975. It's Yendel's Building Materials. Whether you're making repairs, adding a room, or building a house, Yendel's constantly delivers excellent service and top quality materials and many of the tools and hardware you need to get the job done. At Yendel's, they take pride in supplying their customers with new and innovative products. Yendel's experience in truss design, manufacturing, and component materials is second to none. 834 North Magnolia Avenue in Ocala, 732-3000. Stop by to experience the difference.
I'm Jennifer McCullough, the Executive Director of Palm Garden. We all are aware of the devastating facts about Alzheimer's disease. Research is supported by public and private funds, but awareness relies on us. Each year, Palm Garden residents and staff participate in fundraisers and the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Please join us on September 21st for the annual Alzheimer's Walk at Tuscaloosa Park to bring public awareness for those in need. We must remember for those who can't.
I just got an email from the President of the United States.
Oh, wow.
From Donald J. Trump to Glenn Beck regarding, I want to have breakfast with you. I want to read this to you because it's...
Is it okay to read to us?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he sent it to me.
Right.
Yeah.
But did he mean it for everybody's consumption?
Well, let me reread it.
And then here and
all right, let me just reread it, and then Bill O'Reilly joins us next.
This is the Glenn Beck Program.
You tired of having pillow fights with your spouse? And I don't mean like the kind we used to have as kids. I mean the kind of like, no, that's my pillow. No, I want that. Those kind of pillow fights. Usually the nicer pillow has some level of fluff left in it, hasn't turned into a sheet of paper. If you have my pillow, that's definitely the pillow. I have good news for you. You can get great discounts now on all My Pillow products if you go to mypillow.com and click on the new radio listener specials. You're going to see some amazing offers on their pillows and their sheets, on everything, including their BOGO offer. What's BOGO? BOGO? Is that what? Buy one, get one free? Oh, okay. Can we stop with all the acronyms now, please? Buy one pillow, get the other one free with the promo code BECK. Now, no more pillow fights. All you have to do is get their BOGO offer And you'll find it at New Radio Listener Specials. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the New Radio Listener Specials, get deep discounts on all MyPillow products, including the buy one pillow, get the next one free. Enter the promo code BECK. Call 800-966-3117 for the great radio specials. It's promo code BECK at 800-966-3117 or MyPillow.com. Wow, listen to this letter. I got to read this letter. I don't know if you wanted me to read it or not. To Glenn Beck from Donald Trump regarding I want to have breakfast with you. Listen, is Bill O'Reilly on yet? Bill, you didn't get one of these.
Not buying this, though, but go ahead.
No, I'm reading it. I'm reading it right here. It says right here, friend, it's been over 4 years since I took my famous escalator ride down Trump Tower in New York City to announce I was running for president of the United States, and I'm going back to where it all began. I'm having a special breakfast in beautiful New York City at the end of September, and I want you to be my VIP all-access guest. I told my team I wanted to bring somebody in who's been at my side from the very beginning, and I couldn't think of anyone more loyal or supportive than you. We'll cover the flight, hotel, a meal for you, and a guest of your choice. We can even take a photo together. All you have to do is show up. Please contribute any amount before September 20th, and you'll automatically be entered to win the trip to... But he wants to have breakfast with me.
Oh!
The president. And he's got a picture of him. Right there.
With his hand,
extended.
Extended like he's going to
shake my hand.
Uh-huh.
So, Bill, did you get one of those? I don't think so.
I did not, Beck. That's very, very impressive.
Yeah. I know.
I didn't realize it was going to be that personal either.
He called me friend.
He did.
Friend.
Yeah. And it's at the end of September, so you should get on your motorcycle soon.
All right.
And start going north.
Right. Well, you may have written a book that comes out next week about Donald Trump, but I'm going to have breakfast with him.
Don't eat anything.
So how are you, Bill?
I'm all right. Basically trying to book passage to Ukraine so I can figure out what's going on over there.
Sure. Bill, has this week just demonstrated how crazy we have become?
People though they're inured to it. It's almost like an inoculation that it's so insane that people are watching it as a cartoon.
Oh yeah, the Lewandowski thing. Do we have a clip of the Lewandowski? I've never seen this before. I've never seen anything like it before. Where Corey Lewandowski, who's not one of my favorite people, I'm cheering for him because he's just mocking them. Here's a little clip of it. If we have it. If we don't.
I actually have it. If you
have it, go ahead. Turn on 360.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Lewandowski, is it correct that as reported in the Mueller report on June 19th, 2017, you met alone in the Oval Office with the president? I said,
is there a book and page number you can reference me to, please? I don't have a copy of the report in front of me.
All right, so Bill, you saw this go on, and it just went on and on and on, and he was
7
mocking.
minutes of it.
These, and then with the Al Sharpton thing, Al Sharpton did it to the other side, and he was mocking and just using the system. It's a clown show.
Well, the long-term damage is substantial because people have lost respect for the Congress of the United States.
Right. I remember 10 years ago, some congressman, you remember this, Pat? Some congressman was threatening to call me in front of in front of Congress to testify. Right. And I said on the air over and over again, bring it on. I want to. And my attorney said, are you out of your mind? These people have ultimate power. They can throw you in jail for anything. You do not want to go in front of them. And there was still at that time some reason not to do what Al Sharpton and Corey Lewandowski did. Now we're all laughing at them. Now they're all jokes.
It's contempt toward the establishment in Washington and also the media. Also, the media has no respect
None.
in this country. Nobody says, gee, it's really impressive that Glenn Beck and Bill O'Reilly are media titans. They're going, why the hell are you in that industry? Why don't you do something like open a butcher shop or something constructive?
Yeah.
So the traditional power structure in America is on the decline quickly. And that is a big, big story that very few people discuss. So the power vacuum is being taken by people like Donald Trump, who, as President of the United States, wields ungodly power through the internet, tweeting, and doing what he wants to do as far as running the country. But a check and balance on Capitol Hill, the people, the regular folks are going, we don't trust them. And in the press, to give you accurate information on what's real and what's not real, nobody believes the press. So even if the press tells you something that's true, most people won't believe it. So we're in a big problem here in a societal manner.
I will tell you that you're exactly right. And I think 2020, because of what are called deep fakes, if we thought fake news was bad, wait until you see deep fakes. I think 2020 is the year that we lose all reason. We will not be able to trust anything, nor will we trust anything.
I hope you're wrong. I really do.
I do too.
I love my country, and I don't want anarchy to take hold. And that is the reason I wrote The United States of Trump, because every line in the book was written by me, every word, and every word is true. And so if you want to know, if you care enough to want to know about who the President of the United States really is, then this book will help you.
I will tell you, Bill, I want to give you an honest plug for this book, not because I want to help you sell books. In fact, I urge people to go check it out at a library. But
what a pal.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, there is a time when people just have too much money. Or what was it, enough money? And you didn't build this. Anyway, in reading this book, the thing that I liked about it was Bill talked about all of the things that others are saying, but he said, because there is no evidence on these things, because I'm chasing shadows, I'm not going to address those. If there is evidence of these things, then they have to be addressed. But here is evidence on this, this, and this. And when he's talking to the president and explaining the president's thinking, you may not agree with the president. You may not agree with how he gets to his positions, but you will at least understand it instead of this nonsense of, he's a racist. Well, he just hates women. He just whatever. That's nonsense. Bill actually explains how he became the man he is. And I don't think the president necessarily will like parts of this book. You may not like parts of this book, but it is true. And I said my first review of this book was, if the press, and they're not going to, but if the press were honest and were truly looking for answers, they would start with this book, because you will understand him. Then you can go in and go, well, now wait a minute, Mr. President. I understand how you're thinking on this, but have you thought about it this way? And you'd be able to have an intelligent argument.
Well, I'm glad you read the book, and I'm glad you said what you just said, and I hope people will read it for themselves, not for me or not for Donald Trump or any political party, for themselves, because it's important that the American people themselves seek the truth. And right now, I think maybe 60-70% of us are not really interested in seeking the truth anymore.
I agree.
We're lazy, because the internet has provided us with a click, a thumb, where we can then read the biggest bunch of garbage in the world and not have to really ascertain whether it's true or not. If it's titillating enough, we're entertained and amused. But that's not a way to live. And particularly if you love your country and you want the best for your country. I mean, this Ukraine stuff is very, very vivid in what we are both saying.
Bring people up to speed.
All right. So some whistleblower went to an intelligence agency's inspector general. That's the person who oversees what happens in the agency and says, Donald Trump made a deal with a foreign head, and it's wrong. Okay, so that story is leaked to the Washington Post, a virulently anti-Trump newspaper. We don't know who the person is. We don't know what was said or allegedly said by the president. We don't know who the foreign power is, but now it's been identified as Ukraine. And then the press immediately convicts Donald Trump of some crime. All right? We're going to be able to impeach him over this. Over what? Over what? There's no evidence been put forth. We don't know who the guy is. We don't know what was allegedly said. We don't know anything. Yet hour after hour after hour on television, there they are saying, well, it could have been, they might have been. And I'm going to myself, my God, why is one person on earth? I turned on the Jaguar-Titan game, and that was painful to watch. But, I mean, I said, I got to get out of here. This is a madhouse. And that's what I'm trying to stop. Get the facts, all right? Seek the truth, not this garbage that is day in and day out in the newspapers and on television. It's garbage.
I'm gonna take a quick break. We'll come back with Bill O'Reilly. Bill, let me just say this before the break. I know you don't usually cover the financial sector and everything else, but I was the only one in 2007 saying there is a banking collapse, and it is coming, and I called it with the housing market, and I was the only one, and people, even at Fox, called me all kinds of names because either I was a conspiracy theorist, I didn't know what I was talking about, or I was being irresponsible, and I called it. And I'm telling you...
Can I say one thing before you take a break?
Yeah.
Everybody at Fox made fun of you about everything, okay? It didn't matter whether you were right or wrong. It was 100%. If Beck says it, we mock it.
Right.
In fact, you had to sign a contract that said you would do that if Fox employed you.
No, I don't think any of that is true. I hope not. Anyway, what I wanted you to look into, please, Bill, is the Fed's repo. What's happening right now is a very bad sign. It hasn't happened since 2007, 2008. The Fed is bailing out these banks. They're already at the tune in 4 days of $350 billion. They say they're going to go up to $2.2 trillion, and nobody's talking about it. This is another banking collapse bailout that is happening in slow motion, and no one's discussing it. So please do your homework on that, and we'll get back to Bill O'Reilly and some things that actually matter to you in your life coming up in just a few minutes. First, let me tell you about not too distant past. In fact, it happened again this summer. The time in my life where the little light would go off. It'd say check engine. And that check engine light, well, let's just say I didn't pay attention to it because that could be, I don't know, maybe I need an oil change. I don't know what I have to. This engine is fine. And I continue to drive on it. And then I'm sitting with all kinds of smoke coming out of the hood of my truck. And I'm thinking, I should have checked the engine. Don't know what I would have checked it for, but I should have checked the engine. Now what's this going to cost? And that panic of, please, no, I had plans for those dollars. You don't have to worry about it if you have CarShield. CarShield will make the process of fixing your car for a covered repair amazingly simple. You can have your favorite mechanic or dealership do the work. They provide 24/7 roadside assistance, a rental car while yours is being fixed, all for free. It's CarShield. CarShield.com. I want you to call 800-CAR-6000 and find all about it. Mention the promo code BECK and you'll save 10%. Or just go to CarShield.com. Do your homework. Figure it out. If you have a car that has 5,000, 150,000 miles, doesn't matter. If you don't have a warranty, you get extended coverage now from CarShield. It will save you a buttload of money. CarShield.com, promo code BECK, or 1-800-CAR-6000. CarShield.com, promo code BECK. We break 10 seconds, station ID.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
For all of the school children to walk out of school and protest global warming, which is wonderful. In England, they have kids now making a pact to never have children to save the planet. And President Trump has taken his own action in San Francisco, of all places. The EPA is going to cite the city for pollution. You want to talk about that a little bit, Bill?
You know, it's an interesting. The last story is interesting to me because it's going to be a campaign issue. So, I do a message of the day on BillO'Reilly.com every day. And that message of the day gets put in the president's folder when he comes down about 11 a.m. To the Oval Office. All right, he gets a folder of overnight press clips and some intel stuff, but the heavy intel stuff is delivered in person. Anyway,
let me tell you something. You try to make it sound all important. First of all, I was invited to have breakfast with the president.
Okay, we understand.
Second of all of my stuff is delivered to him in a very secure metal. It's like a metal round thing that's right at the side of his desk every day. It goes right in there. Anyway,
you know, I thought that it was delivered in a My pillowcase. Anyway, so we know he gets the message of the day, and one of my messages was that the Trump campaign should zero in on the far-left socialistic bent of the Democratic Party. They should make that a huge campaign issue, and attached to that is the failure of governance in places like San Francisco, Chicago, New York City, and L.A., where there isn't a two-party system. It's all Democrats, all far-left people in charge, and in all of those places, things are falling apart. Make an issue out of that. Do you want this kind of governance on a national level? Take a look at San Francisco. Take a look at Chicago. Well, that's exactly what this is all about. So now the Trump administration says, you know what, San Francisco, we hate you because you are totally opposite from everything we believe, and you have created a situation where there is pollution going into San Francisco Bay that comes out into the Pacific Ocean. That is a national issue. We're going to send the EPA in, and we're going to do X, Y, and Z. Maybe we'll fine you, or we might do X and Y. But what we're going to do is publicize the fact that you're irresponsible on the environmental level, which drives liberals crazy, right? Because it's always the conservatives who are against climate change action and that. Well, now it's the left-wing cities that are causing the environmental disasters. And they are disasters. If you go to San Francisco, I was there a few months ago, L.A., I was there a few months ago, and you look at these unbelievable homeless camps where drug addicts are running wild and disease is everywhere. If you look at the city allowing that, all right, because that's what they do. They allow it and enable it.
No, the disease that is spread by the prostitution for drug money in those homeless camps alone is horrifying. What is happening on the streets of LA is horrifying. It is a human crisis.
Well, when you have a city government like San Francisco and New York City under that genius de Blasio who just dropped out of the presidential race and nobody even knew he was in it. All right, when you say to people, you can defecate on the street if you'd like. You can urinate anywhere you want. We're not going to do anything about it. In San Francisco, if you take a brick and smash a car window and grab something inside that car, the local authorities will not prosecute you. Okay, so when you have that kind of anarchy that spreads disease, that means private property is not protected on any level. You can't have a city that works. So Trump should take all of these local things that appall most Americans. See, Americans react to this and use it as a campaign thing. And that's what he's doing.
All All right, back with more Bill O'Reilly here in just a second. His book is on the shelves of bookstores, if they still exist. On Tuesday, it is The United States of Trump, How the President Really Views America. Great book. You should pick it up now. Available at Amazon, wherever books are sold.
You're listening to Glenn Beck.
You know, you don't get on cruises. Well, you usually don't get me. In fact, I don't really like boats. This is the first cruise I've ever been on. David Barton is going to be there. Rabbi Lappin, Bill O'Reilly, Pat, Stu. Who else? Tim Barton is going to be there.
Tim Ballard will be there.
Tim Ballard will be there. It's a really amazing group of people that are going to be teaching the history of these places that we're going to stop in the Mediterranean, including the Holy Land and Athens and Venice, and what we took from those countries, what we learned from those countries to create this one. Also a floating museum. Today probably is the last day. The cruise, 3,000 people have already signed up. If you go in today, you may not even be able to get a cabin. I think it's still available today, but they're almost completely sold out. Grab your cabin. This is a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Take this cruise with us next year. It's comesailaway.com. Go there now for all the details. If you want a cabin, you're going to have to do it today. Comesailaway.com.
Glenn, Mark Levin, Steven Crowder, Dave Rubin, and me, Pat Gray, all in one location. Use the promo code Glenn for $10 off right now at blazetv.com/Glenn.
Hi, Matt Wilkerson here, your Verizon representative with news that will hum your car, make it smart and safe. How? With the new Hum device by Verizon. You can rest assured you're never alone. Flat tire? Lost? Accident? For $10 a month, Hum by Verizon has you covered. And I will come to you in Marion County to install the Hum for free. Time to call me at 352-528-0020. Are you ready to hum along? Call 352-528-0020.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News, I'm Pam Puso.
It's just another political hack job.
President Trump reacting to a whistleblower complaint, telling reporters he doesn't know the person's identity. He just hears it's a partisan person. The firestorm said to be about a promise the president allegedly made to the president of Ukraine.
I've had conversations with many leaders that are always appropriate.
Democrats are demanding more information. New sanctions on Iran stemming from the attack in Saudi Arabia that the White House blames on the regime.
We are continuing the maximum pressure campaign. This is the last remaining source of funds, so both the Central Bank of Iran as well as the National Development Fund, which is their sovereign wealth fund, will be cut off from our banking system.
Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin. Later, the Pentagon will present the president a list of military options. America's listening to Fox News.
When it comes to your identity and the personal information on your devices, there's no soundtrack to let you know you're in danger. Today's digital world is so connected, it just takes one weak link for criminals to get in. Good thing LifeLock includes the power of Norton Security. LifeLock uses proprietary technology to help detect threats like your personal info for sale on the dark web. And Norton Security helps protect up to 5 devices from ransomware and other online threats. Plus, if you have a problem, our agents will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or cybercrime or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but with LifeLock, we can help alert you to danger. Act now, and for a limited time, get 30% off your first year. Go to LifeLock.com and enter promo code NEWS. That's promo code NEWS for 30% off. Offer expires October 6th, so don't wait. LifeLock with Norton. More detection, more protection.
WOCA.
I'm Jennifer McCullough, the Executive Director of Palm Garden. We all are aware of the devastating facts about Alzheimer's disease. Research is supported by public and private funds, but awareness relies on us. Each year, Palm Garden residents and staff participate in fundraisers and the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Please join us on September 21st for the annual Alzheimer's Walk at Tuscaloosa Park to bring public awareness for those in need. We must remember for those who can't.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. In addition to our pasture mowing and tractor services, including our zero-turn mowers for your fence line finish. Also available, stump grinding, rototilling, and fence row spraying. We are family-owned and operated, licensed and insured, and farm-ready. Howell Gene, Gene, at yahoo.com, 352-629-2440. Gene Powell Pasture Mowing, 352-629-2440. Gene is a proud United States veteran.
When you see the Mike Scott Plumbing truck, you know that experienced certified technicians are on the job. Mike Scott Plumbing has the equipment and expertise to handle any size septic job, residential and commercial. From pumping septic tanks to installing new tanks and drain fields. When you want the job done right the first time, then the first call you need to make is to Mike Scott Plumbing. Mike Scott Plumbing is locally owned and operated since 1987, so you get the quality you expect at the price you deserve. If water runs through it, we do it. Mike Scott Plumbing.
Hi, I'm Beto O'Rourke, and I'm a candidate for president. Bill O'Reilly, I don't know if you saw this, but on Reddit yesterday, he took to Reddit, and he would answer people's questions. I'm candidate for president of the United States. I'm coming to you live from a Quality Inn outside of San Francisco. Excited to be here and excited to be doing this. I'm told some of the recent proposals has caused quite a stir around here, so I wanted to have a conversation about those. So he wants to talk about legalization of marijuana. But the first question that came in was, how are you going to confiscate the millions of AR-15s? His answer which is Americans will comply with the law. It'll be a mandatory buyback of AR-15 and AK-47 weapons designed for war. But he goes on to talk about how people in droves are coming to him saying, I love to shoot them, but I'm going to give them up because I want my kids and grandkids to be safe. It was the second most downvoted comment in Reddit history yesterday. How do you think Beto's doing?
Well, he's polling about 3%, so that's 2.5% better than he should be polling. Look, this is it for him. He's never going to be able to get elected to anything ever again. He's a radical leftist. He accused the President of the United States of inciting the mass murder in El Paso. He is a constitutional violator.
Yeah, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a little more broader question, because he is so.
He's out there.
Yeah, he's out there. Colt said they are going to stop making AR-15s because the market saturation has come to a point. I don't believe that's true. I think they're getting pressure, and I think that they are bowing to the pressure, and they're going to stop making it. Meanwhile, the Democrats are all now saying, hey, don't buy into this fairy tale that we want to confiscate your weapons. Beto was the only one brave enough to say it. That's what they're doing.
But why is he brave, though? He has no shot. All he wants to do is get attention so he can market himself.
Okay, now let me say that. Only one desperate enough to actually say it.
Desperate is a better word.
Yeah, it is.
Beto O'Rourke is in it to make money. All right? This is what people don't understand. They go, well, why are these people like Amy Klobuchar and what's the guy who wants to give everybody $1,000? Andrew Yang. I mean, Marianne Williamson. Why are they doing it? Because they can make money after the fact. All right? They can do lectures. They can write books. They'll be on television. They become semi-famous. Maybe CNN will give them a contract. MSNBC. This is why they do it.
Okay, so
this is a commercial deal. It's not a real deal.
So has Beto exposed the Democrats, and is there any putting that genie back into the bottle? Will Democrats and the media be able to convince the American people that no, that was just Beto. We don't really want to confiscate guns?
I don't think that's going to be a big issue in the campaign. I don't think that Americans are going to go to the polls and vote about guns per se. What I see is that Americans would like to tighten it up so that if you do buy a high-powered weapon, that you would have to alert the authorities you have it. And I know a lot of people oppose that because they don't want the government intrusion.
Yeah.
But I think that that's realistic, and that might get put forth for a vote. And also letting the authorities know if somebody's a loon and has a big bazooka in their basement.
We have those laws already.
All right,
let me ask you this.
But the people, not you, all right? The people.
But I'm part of the people, and there's a good portion.
Or a new set of standards.
There's a good portion of the people that say, I understand that, and I don't want anything bad to happen, and we have laws on the books already. If they would enforce the laws on the books. Do you know that they don't ever prosecute anybody if you lie on your background check? You can lie. And they don't ever prosecute those people.
I have said 1,000,000 times that whatever legislation comes forth is not going to stop the mass murders.
Right, it'll only hurt the Second Amendment.
The only thing that would cut down on gun violence in America is if you federalized all gun crimes and had mandatory prison sentencing for them. That broke the back of the crack epidemic. All right, now you have the people running around going, it's a racist system, it's this, it's that. Okay, mandatory prison sentences for crack dealers broke the back of that epidemic in the 90s. All right, that's the fact. If you federalize gun crimes, all of the Chicago stuff stops in its tracks because you have an illegal gun on you. If you're carrying an illegal gun, that's a federal crime. And if you're convicted, you go away for 5 years just for carrying it. That's how you stop it. So all of the other stuff is, I was going to say a bad word. I didn't.
And you didn't. Good for you. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can get you to say a bad word by using these two bad words. Justin Trudeau. I don't want to talk about his blackface nonsense. He's running again. There's all this blackface stuff that they're never going to care about with him. And he's in a scandal, but he just came out today to combat his blackface stuff, which is getting worse every day, by saying that if he is reelected, he will put a ban in Canada on all AR-15s.
Well, look, talk about desperate. But here's something you don't know. Ready?
Okay.
Justin Trudeau and Megyn Kelly are going on the road together. It's going to be like Donnie and Marie. It's going to be Donnie and Marie.
No, they're not.
Yes,
no,
they are.
No,
and they're going to sing all the Jackson 5 songs.
All right. Saudi Arabia was hit by Iran this week.
Correct.
Trump is getting a broad range of military options to respond on the attacks.
Yeah.
The New York Post is saying that he's considering sending additional weapons and other resources. He's considering a new surveillance equipment and additional anti-missile batteries, another squadron of jet fighters, another aircraft carrier. What should the president be doing on this?
They should drop Tom Arnold and Alyssa Milano in parachutes on Tehran. Immediately, the Iranians would surrender and stop all misbehavior. Okay, one more from Iran, one more. They sink anything, they shoot anything, they litter, one more, and then you're going to see NATO aircraft. That means one British aircraft and 55 Americans go in and level a military installation. That's what's going to happen. So all of this is posturing. I kind of respect Trump for his restraint here.
Amen. Me too.
You don't want to provoke, and clearly the mullahs want to provoke.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly. But there has to be a point where you say, you're a rogue nation, you're attacking other nations, you're disrupting worldwide commerce, and we've asked you to stop, and we've sanctioned you, but now you won't stop, so we're going to level your air force. We're going to blow up every plane you have on the ground. That's how you're going to have to handle it. So let's all hope the mullahs don't do anything further.
Right, and I really don't want to do it until there's at least 2 British airplanes, and a French one, and a German one.
The Germans won't, but the Germans are going to provide hang gliders.
Right.
Not manned. They're just going to give you the hang gliders.
Right. Okay.
Right.
Bill O'Reilly, let's talk about the breakdown of the Democratic candidates. Some people are saying, I would be included in this, that I think this is Elizabeth Warren's to lose.
I don't agree with that. I think Biden is still fairly comfortably ahead in the primary states. I think that Warren is so far out there, the press loves her, that most Democrats are not going to want what she puts forth. I got a kick out of Bernie Sanders yesterday saying he's going to give free houses to everybody now. That racks his freebies up to $62 trillion of free stuff. So if you voted for Bernie Sanders, he's going to provide $62 trillion of free stuff. Now, in order to do that, you'd have to sell 10 states, including California. The Chinese would buy it. But that's how much you'd have to sell to raise that kind of money. Elizabeth Warren, just right behind Bernie Sanders, not quite as crazy as Bernie, all right, but she's almost there. In the sense that she will dismantle the U.S. economy. There'd be an unbelievable capital flight out of here so that corporations and private people would take their money that they have in the United States now in various institutions and banks and move it out. You talk about a bank collapse, Beck? There you go.
Yeah, I think we will. I think we will head into a Great Depression if
Absolutely.
she is even a serious nominee.
Depends on the polling, but
that's what I mean.
The Trump
Serious
people
nominee.
want to run against her. The Trump people want her to be the nominee. They feel that they can beat her like Nixon beat McGovern. Okay, so that's what they want. But if she 4 years, 8 years down the road, someone like her gets power, you're going to see a depression, as you rightly point out, in the United States. But it's not just a depression you're going to see. You're going to see violence in the streets. You're going to see Americans turn on other Americans. Because the anger level now is at that violent level. It's there now. I'm a guy, and you know me for a long time, who always wanted to hear the opposing point of view, who actually considered it. I thought Bill Clinton had some good ideas. All right, I thought Barack Obama had some good ideas, particularly on mentoring young inner city kids. All right, and I was respectful to opposition respectful to people with whom I disagreed. But now, I think these people are dangerous, all right? So they want to take my private property. They want to seize what I have worked very hard to put together. And I am not going to sit here and allow that to happen. Now, whether it's guns or whether it's your house or whether it's your savings or your stock portfolio, now people are getting real angry. It's getting real personal. And then you add to that the cultural collapse where you can kill a baby an hour before that baby is to be birthed for any reason at all. Or you get a doctor to say the woman has a migraine headache or she has a panic attack or the boyfriend left, so you can stick a needle in that skull of the fetus an hour before birth. This is a society, this is the kind of country you want. That's where the Democratic Party is. That's where they are. So the anger level is rising. So if there is an economic catastrophe in this country, it is going to be accompanied by violence. And I absolutely 100% sure of it. I agree with you, and I want to add to that when we come back. Bill O'Reilly, we got to cut you loose. I'm sorry, we're up against a break. Bill's new book, United States of Trump, is just a few days away. It comes out officially on Tuesday. If you want to come in on Tuesday, Bill, and chat about it in greater detail, love to have you then. Oh, that's very nice of you, Beck. Yeah, don't mean it. Don't please. It's like come over to my house for dinner. No, really, I want you. Please pick up the United States of Trump just on Tuesday. Get it now. How the President Really Sees America. It is released next Tuesday. Bill O'Reilly. Thank you very much, Bill. Appreciate it. All right. Our sponsor this half hour is Simply Safe. Simply Safe is going to keep your stuff. People are going to keep out of your house if you have an alarm system that is on, and it is Simply Safe. You're going to have police arrive at your house from 45 minutes, the average response time, to 7 minutes response time. How do they do that? They have eyes on the property. They have an HD camera. Now, you can get this if you're a big corporation. Apple has this because they have somebody monitoring a camera, and they can call police and say, hey, somebody's trying to break into Apple, and Apple will get the police there in 7 minutes. But because you don't have eyes on, you don't have what's called video verification, the police just think that it's probably just a false alarm, and so they respond in 45 minutes. Simply Safe is the only group of people that will provide this to you, the average person, and it's $15 a month. Simply Safe. You own the system. There are no contracts. It's $15 a month. It's been $15 a month for the last 10 or 12 years. They don't pull any punches. They build the best and protect your family the best and the simplest way. It is simplysafebeck.com. Go there now, simplysafebeck.com. Order your system. You'll get a free HD security camera, free, when you order your system at simplysafebeck.com.
This is the Glenn Beck Program.
WOCA. Keep up with what's going on in the downtown area with Ocala Downtown Newspaper. Delivering thousands of newspapers to businesses in the downtown area, Ocala Downtown is there to keep you informed. They even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about it. It's simple. For more info, just call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223, and pick up your copy of the Downtown Ocala newspaper today.
And now read Ocala Downtown Newspaper online.
Visit Southeastern Trailers today. We have new and used enclosed cargo and open utility trailers, along with built-to-order trailers. We service all brands of cargo and utility trailers, installation of hitches, wiring and electric brake controls, and installation of trailer accessories, with locations in Ocala and Ormond Beach to serve all of Central Florida. Call 1-888-622-1816. Again, that's 1-888-622-1816.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
I'm Jennifer McCullough, the Executive Director of Palm Garden. We all are aware of the devastating facts about Alzheimer's disease. Research is supported by public and private funds, but awareness relies on us. Each year, Palm Garden residents and staff participate in fundraisers and the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Please join us on September 21st for the annual Alzheimer's Walk at Tuscaloosa Park to bring public awareness for those in need. We must remember for those who can't.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
You're listening to WOCA, Ocala, Marion County. 82 degrees, partly sunny today. And that's what we're having. Tomorrow, 87 degrees and more. More with the Glenn Beck Show coming up.
So Bill said, I think that we will have, violence in the streets, et cetera, et cetera. I agree 100%. And let me show you another reason why I think it's closer than you think. The Corey Lewandowski testimony. Did you watch all of that?
Yeah.
Pat?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Remarkable.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it was
completely
funny.
defiant. It was great.
Yeah, it was great. I don't like Corey Lewandowski.
Me neither, but
it was...
He gave them fits.
Oh, my gosh. And he kept a straight face the whole time.
Yep.
He was openly defiant and mocking them.
Mm-hmm.
And they had nowhere to go. And reasonable people would watch that and laugh.
He frustrated Jerry Nadler so bad. I thought his head was going to explode.
Oh, I thought so too. Here's something you need to understand. That is the Bubba effect.
Mm-hmm.
That is someone being called in front of great power and saying, I don't care at all about you. You are the people that are causing this problem. You are a joke, and I pay no attention to you. That should frighten the people in Washington. That is a tripwire. We have crossed a line, and nobody's taking them seriously anymore. And the more the press lies about it, the more the press tries to make mountains out of molehills, the more the people will not care about the press either. And they just won't watch it anymore. They're not watching it. They're not paying attention. And they are openly mocking those in power. That's not a good sign for a republic.
You're listening to Glenn Beck.
Seems to me like the new buzzword these days is VPN, Virtual Private Network. It's a technology that encrypts all of the information that you send through Wi-Fi. Now, a lot of companies make VPNs, but the one I want to tell you about is Norton Secure VPN. It's made by Norton. That's a brand backed by one of the world's largest civilian cyber intelligent networks with over 30 years of experience. It features bank-grade encryption. It's easy to use. There's no complicated setup. You log in once, and it protects your connection whether you're on your home network or using public Wi-Fi. And it keeps your browsing activity private, which helps protect from companies who also want to track and sell your information. So right now you can get Norton Secure VPN at norton.com/VPN. It starts at $333 a month with annual subscription. Be private in more places online. Norton Secure VPN, your connection to online privacy for as low as $333 a month with annual subscription. Just go to norton.com/VPN. Terms apply. Okay, listen up. I have an incredible deal from our friends at Tecovas that you're going to love, and it's really, really cool and available only free to you, my listeners. Now, before I get into the details of the free gift with purchase, I want to remind you why I love my Tecovas cowboy boots, and you're going to love them as well. And that word that I can use to describe that is value. And with a pair of Tecovas cowboy boots, you get it all. You get quality, style, craftsmanship, all at half the price of traditional retail. Right now, when you make a $150 purchase, you enter Beck at checkout, you're going to get a free hand-stitched calfskin card case in beautiful bourbon color. That's about a $50 value. Now, Tecovas doesn't discount their products because they sell them direct at amazing prices already. But this card case is free with a $150 purchase just for you. So visit Tecovas, TECOVAS.com/Beck. Tecovas.com. Find your pair and remember to enter the promo code BECK at checkout. Tecovas.com/Beck. Promo code BECK.
Listen up very closely. You may not believe your ears when I tell you about this week's super deal at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens in Ocala. Bob has quality knockout roses that he's selling for just $10 each while they last. These are beautiful blooming double red, double pink, and coral knockout roses, his best quality, regularly $34.99 for just $10 each on closeout. Grab one or grab a dozen, but hurry! His famous Easy Care Dwarf Drift Roses, they're all half price. Mums are in, and now's the time to stock up. They're regularly $5.99 each, but you can mix or match, get 6 for $29.99. And of course your favorite fall veggies, still just $3.49 this week. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, daily till 4, Saturdays till 3, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News, I'm Pam Puso. More economic punishment for Iran.
We are at a level of sanction that is far greater than ever before with respect to Iran.
President Trump imposing new sanctions following the attack on Saudi Arabia. This as the Pentagon compiles a list of military targets.
Most people thought I would go in within 2 seconds, but plenty of time.
Iran denies involvement. California has company. 23 states are suing to stop the White House from revoking California's authority to set auto emission standards. Another presidential campaign peters out.
I feel that people want progressive change. They want to focus on the needs of working people. The message resonated real well. I wish I had more time. I wish I had more resources. I think that would have made a difference.
New York Mayor Bill de Blasio ending his bid. America's listening to Fox News.
When it comes to your identity and the personal information on your devices, there's no soundtrack to let you know you're in danger. Today's digital world is so connected, it just takes one weak link for criminals to get in. Good thing LifeLock includes the power of Norton Security. LifeLock uses proprietary technology to help detect threats like your personal info for sale on the dark web. And Norton Security helps protect up to 5 devices from ransomware and other online threats. Plus, if you have a problem, our agents will work to fix it. No one can prevent all identity theft or cybercrime or monitor all transactions at all businesses. But with LifeLock, we can help alert you to danger. Act now and for a limited time, get 30% off your first year. Go to LifeLock.com and enter promo code NEWS. That's promo code NEWS for 30% off. Offer expires October 6th, so don't wait. LifeLock with Norton. More detection, more protection.
WOCA. Attention passengers for Flight 1370. The plane has been delayed at its departure point and will be at least 2 hours late. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Are you serious? It took us over an hour to get here, 2 hours going through security and getting our tickets, and now we have to wait another 2 hours.
Yeah, it's beautiful here, but we're inside this overcrowded airport all day because the plane is stuck in bad weather.
This is the last time we ever do this. When we get back, we're going to Ocala Aviation and getting our pilot's license.
Yeah, we've been talking about that long enough. It's about time we did it. Then we could just fly ourselves and never have to deal with this mess again.
Right. No long lines, no full body groping security, no baggage checks.
Not to mention never losing your luggage. Remind me again why we haven't done that?